Good morning, traders. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to MyFundedFutures and MyFundedTV. I am Terry Trades, and we have our expert trader, Tom Sabo. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Good morning, Terry. It's so good to see you back. It was like a long weekend, right? Oh my gosh. Good morning, everybody. Special hello to Abhishek in the chat, and Trevor is here with us in the backstage helping us out. Good morning to Magnus and Aaron and everybody from MyFundedTV crew who's watching us. And of course, again, Terry, it's so good to see you back. It's like energized, full with ideas. What's happening? How's your morning?
It's good. It's really good. I am so happy to be back. I missed you guys too. I see lots of people saying welcome back. We missed you. It doesn't feel the same if we're not here streaming with everyone, trading with everyone. But what a wild Glowex open on Sunday. What a wild trading day yesterday when I looked at that range. I believe during New York alone, NASDAQ moved by over 700 points. That's only including New York. So
it was amazing. And you know, overall throughout the day, 1,000 points of range. Like that is absolutely crazy. It was unbelievable.
Well, I can't wait to get started. Let's take a look at the schedule.
Yeah, let's see the schedule.
So today is Tuesday. My apologies, you guys. I was not able to zoom in today. I'll figure this out later. So today's Tuesday. You are watching Terry and Tom at 10 to 10:30. We have Pine Tree Trader at 10:30 to 11:30. We have Ash Trades, and then at 11:30 till 12:30 we have Bull, Barbie, and Methodical Man. At 12:30 to 1:30 we have Matt Cowart, and that is the schedule for today. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Let's jump into the chart and let's see what was happening. So yesterday, as I said, I wasn't here, so I wasn't really trading. But like anyway, today in London session, well, I must say it was a little bit tricky. It was a little bit tricky, and I'm going to explain why in a bit here. So I had 2 trades in the London session, and honestly, both of those trades were hit the stop. So I got two stop losses in the London session because I was so into the idea that as soon as we take some of these highs, like the 25K, and then maybe we took out the previous day high, which was a New York session high right before the PM session closed. So I was like, okay, we have to go a little bit lower, and we just have to take a short. Now, the thing is, I took the short and it went higher. There was a buy side liquidity level here, at 141. But what I was actually anticipating, and I was a little bit like, I was suffering from FOMO after that. I'm gonna go down to the 1 minute chart here and want to show you guys something. So not that we just have a zone down here, but we also have the so-called liquidity void where we had it at 24,911. Now I'm not gonna switch over to the mini, but anyway, you can see it on the mini, you can see it on the micro, and also on the ES as well. Now I don't know what was this. I see it on my TraderWeight platform, on NinjaTrader, everywhere. This was here. It could have been a data issue, whatever it was. That was a liquidity void, and there was no trading in like the 908 to 911 range, which is quite good because it was visible everywhere. So I was like, okay, it has to go lower. So I took a short earlier. Let's see. I took a short, and obviously you can see it just went higher. And then later on, I tried to force another short, which was, I don't even know, somewhere up here, I tried to force another short. And as you can see, it obviously went down. But throughout the day, we actually went all the way back down here, 1 minute demand zone taken out. And just a little bit earlier, now we just repriced that liquidity void and got back to the 2-minute demand zone. Yeah, so this was a 2-minute demand zone lower. The reaction was actually good on all of these levels, but I was really sold on the idea that this should go down, but it went down without me. Anyway, these were the levels for today. Now currently, and this is a level that I was eyeballing earlier before the stream start, like I see this bullish candle here at 7:04 a.m. here on the 2-minute, visible on the 3-minute, and also, yeah, it's here on the 5-minute as well. So we have a zone there. Now, that is actually interesting. We have a supply zone up there, and it's actually there on the 2-minute, 3-minute, even the 5-minute. I haven't checked the 1-minute anyway, but it seems like the zone is starting somewhere around 25,050. So just to make sure, I'm gonna put a line there, 25,050. I'll be watching for that level, because who knows, if there would be a structure shift, which actually happened. There was a shift here at 951 and 992. Maybe we can continue higher. Like the bounce here from this 2-minute demand zone was really good, and I feel like there's like more strength here to go a little bit higher. I think yesterday President Trump was saying that hopefully the war will end soon or something like that. He was tweeting something about it, and I think that was the moment when the market really started to hit higher here in the PM session, I think, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so I think this was it. I think this so. Yeah, I think this was Trump here tweeting or saying somewhere that he thinks that the war will end soon, and the market immediately took off. We're going to talk about crude as well, but anyway, went down here. Hopefully the bullish momentum will keep up. If not, well, I don't really know. There's a 4-hour fair value gap down there at 832, including a 5-minute zone down here. I totally forgot to put this zone. Yeah, the reason why I didn't put this demand zone down here on the 5-minute is because it already been mitigated here. Let me just get the proper tool here. So it has already been mitigated on the mid-level. Now, I will be watching for the 858 level, which is the mid-level of this 5-minute demand zone. So just to summarize it on NQ, we'll be looking for two levels here. The 25,050 to hit that supply area up there. Or if we start to sell off, I will try to scalp my way down to 858. But, you know, we have to be careful. But there's a 4-hour fair value gap just below. So maybe it will help us out in a way. And as for ES, let's see, kind of the same situation. Actually, there was a reaction here on the 5-minute demand zone a little bit earlier. So nice little bounce here on ES. Almost the same situation up there, but it's not particularly a demand zone. But like I can imagine a further bounce. And we have also a 1-hour demand zone. So I do like the reaction. It reacted once during the Asia session to the level, twice reacted. If it starts to sell off, it has to cut through the low at 67.62. So we'll see that. And gold actually just unstoppable, going higher, just made the new high here at 52.10. I'm not going to trade gold. I want to. I wish I could trade gold, but I just don't have a level. I'm not going to force it, and no matter which time frame I'm going to watch here, and I'm going to I'm not going to switch all over the place here, but I don't see anything. The only thing is quite noticeable is that there is a 3-minute demand zone on gold, which is currently reacting as possible support around the midnight level. So who knows, if it starts to sell off, I don't see any reason for that, but maybe we can try that level. But again, focusing on NQ and looking for these levels. Actually, I'm going to check the distance here. 67 points higher on that supply zone, and the downside is 120 points. So we are a little bit closer to that 25k 50 level. We'll see. We're going to be reactive. I can't jump into a level right now. We have to see how the market opens up, right? So we got to wait for the reaction, and then according to that, I might place a trade. But these are the levels. That's it.
Ooh, thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Yeah, your short target is at 850.
Yeah, I would be targeting the mid-level of the 5-minute demand zone. The reason for it is because it was already being tagged once during the Asia session. And the whole move here, actually, let me just show you. Actually, the whole move started from there to make a new high. So that was the start, technically, bouncing off from the mid-level. So I'm kind of anticipating if we start to drop here, like at least below the 950s or like, yeah, below the 950s, then the drop further should be taking us all the way down to 858. That would be, it's not an exact accurate level, but let's just go with it. Obviously, my take profit is not going to be at 858. Even if I take it, I'm most likely gonna be exiting around the 870s or something like that. So,
ooh, I like that because the midnight open is at 891, or I'm sorry, 889. So I think if, depending on what the market does at the open, I might be looking at a short also to join you.
Yeah, it can happen. And I'm just gonna switch to the 1 minute and see some swing lows, just to justify. Well, I don't want to justify it really, but like 10 points down there. Yeah, the safer bet would be to look for shorts below, 947. So just like I said, somewhere below 950, we need down close candles to target that level down there. And we still need to get rid of the 2-minute demand zone as well. So the liquidity void has been repriced, so it doesn't matter anymore. But we definitely need to go through that 2-minute demand zone. But if not, that's fine too. Looking for buys above, let's see. Yeah, I would be looking for buys above the 25,017. If I can catch an extra 30 points, that's good for me. No problem. Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
And I can share the current promos with everyone.
Let's go over there. Let's see the promos. We want to know.
So currently it is 20% off all of the rapid accounts. This is our daily payout accounts with a 90-10 split. So if you love daily payouts, make sure you use code YouTube at checkout to save 20% off any of the rapids. Also, we have 30% off any of the pros that's still going on. So that's super exciting. And we do have that welcome package on the 25K Flex discount for new traders. That is still going on. And let me look up that price for you real quick. I believe it's
last time it was like $49, but I'm not sure if they have the same right now, but I think it was $49.
Yes, exactly. $49 for new traders for the 25 Flex account. And then existing traders, $77. Yes.
Yeah. So guys, $49 to get into MyFundedFutures. That's a no-brainer. That's you gotta go for it for $49. No activation fee. Like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah. And like these rapid accounts, you guys, it's so exciting because it is a 90-10 split. And I know that extra 10% does make a difference because let's say you're requesting $5,000, that's an extra $500 in your pocket, which is significant. I mean, what would you do with $500, Tom? An extra 500.
Oh, extra 500. I have so many ideas. I think I could talk about it for hours. Extra 500, of course. There's a lot of things you can do with extra $500. Well, I just got a question here, like, Tom, are you trading pro accounts? Currently, Flex account and Rapid account. So Flex and Rapid. I do love the pro accounts as well, but I'm the type of person, like I'm the type of trader, if I see $1,000 or $1,500 or whatever that I can pull off from a funded account, I take it and I run away as far as possible. But obviously in the future, the goal is to, build up more buffer. But, got to keep the cash flow going on.
Yes, exactly. Got to keep it going. How are we doing on the likes so far?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to check that. Let me check the numbers. Last few seconds before I hit you guys with my breath. All right, let's see. 72 likes. Amazing. Thank you so much. We're about 300 viewers. Let's pump these numbers a little bit higher. It's not a bad start. It could be better. Okay, guys, it could be better. So it's easy to do. Just click on the likes. And of course, thank you so much, everybody on X who's watching us. Please hop over to YouTube, smash that like. I know that this is the best, not the only, but one of the best ways to notify the YouTube algorithm that, hey, there's a great stream going on here. So please, everybody, I know we can't get it to 200 by 10 a.m. So let's get it to 200.
Yeah.
It's easy peasy. We can do the 200. All right. Team effort, everybody. I'm going to check this number again shortly. Right.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
And we are still looking for people to join us on MyFundedFutures. If you'd like to be a guest or a full-time host, potentially, we would love to have you apply and possibly join us. I can drop the link again here in chat if you'd like to apply. Yeah, we just want energy, right? Like if you've never live streamed before, no problem. We just want big energy. We want to hear about your stories. We want to hear about, like, maybe you just passed your very first eval for the first time with MyFundedFutures, or maybe your first payout. Whatever your experience is, we want to hear it, and we would love to have you join us on our show.
Exactly. And we know that everybody has a story, right? And we want to know about those stories. And of course, if you feel like you have what it takes and you have that extra energy, it's like when Robin joined Batman, you know, what a sidekick, right? So if you want to join up to the team and, you know, be part of the MyFundedTV crew, and if you have that energy, we would love to expand the team. And so, yeah, just, you know, give yourself a shot because interviews are going to happen soon, I think. So make sure to apply.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what taking a risk will end up changing your entire life. You just never know. Like Tom, when you first joined MyFundedFutures TV, did you expect all this amazing things to happen?
No, guys. I mean, I wasn't really expecting. I'm going to tell you something. This is a secret, so don't tell it to Luke. Actually, Luke emailed me like, hey, would you be interested, like, joining? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I loved it. I mean, I already was trading with MyFundedFutures, and I did love the company and everything. And I was like, sure, yeah. And out of a sudden, he just messaged me again on email, like, can you send your phone number? And I was like, yeah, sure. And and I think a few days have passed, maybe a week, and I get a phone call like, who's this? And I was like, hey, it's Luke from MyFundedFutures. Are you available next week? I was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. I would enjoy to join the show and the crew, and that's how it started. I was surprised, and I'm still super grateful for the opportunity, you know. Such a great team. And, you know, it's not just the team. The team is awesome, but the vibes here, the viewers, the energy that this channel has is just amazing. And we're getting bigger, which is amazing.
It is because of you guys coming in every single day, smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button. I see we're at 60,300 60,300 subscribers at 70,000. Tom promised that he'll give us a dance. Yes,
it's gonna be like it's gonna be like Weekend at Bernie's or something. But I'm gonna do a great dance for you guys. Just let's reach that 70K. A promise is a promise, so don't worry, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Zeph Side says you guys bring the energy to hype us up. Let's go. I can share some news that's going to come out. We'll quickly go over the news calendar. Okay, sure. So at 8:15, we have the ADP weekly employment change. Oh, we did have it, and it came in at 15.5. I believe that was a little bit higher than expected. Previously, it was 12.8, and then at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have existing home sales. So that will be coming up shortly. Of course, we have all of the Middle East conflict. So be careful, everyone. Make sure you have stops in, regardless of which direction you're trading, because all it takes is one headline, as we saw yesterday when Trump tweeted. I didn't even know like what he posted. I actually had NASDAQ pulled up on my phone and I was looking at it and it just like pumped. And then I saw the volume kick in and then it kept going. I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. And it kept going. I'm like, no way. And it went like another 50 points. I'm like, are you kidding me? It just skyrocketed like a rocket ship.
Yeah. It was. I was just peeking on the chart on my phone, and I was totally surprised. Like, what is going on? But yeah, it is. It was interesting. And after a day like yesterday, usually we would expect some sideways action. But so far today, I think we have decent volume and movement in the market. So hopefully we'll get some profits.
Hopefully, yes. I'm thinking we had such a big range yesterday. Like Tom, you were saying, we had over 1,000 points.
Yeah, somewhere around 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we should at least get some consolidation into yesterday's price movement, and that's why I'm thinking like, okay, maybe a short to target the midnight opening price, but we shall see how the open opens.
Yeah, that would be a really big question, and right now I feel like I'm perfectly good. Like whatever the market is going to do, I'm ready for it because as I said, I'm ready to go short, ready to go long. I have valid targets on both ends. Somehow, I mean, I do. So what you just said, like after a move like that yesterday, I would love to see some more consolidation and a bit of a pullback, especially. I think so this was Trump tweeting or saying like 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard. So these sharp moves here, how much was it? So the market moved like 370 points. I feel like there could be some liquidity still at that fair value gap. So somewhere in that because it created a 4-hour fair value gap as well at 832, and I'm like, maybe the market might try to reach lower and just to reprice some of that area. So that would be great. But right now it's really a coin toss. So I don't even have like an extra intuition here or some gut feeling decision to make, because right now it's really just a 50-50 scenario right now.
Okay, we shall see. It is just trading right around VWAP and right at about unchanged. ES is down by about 10 points. Let's check on YM. YM is down by 75-ish points. So everything is at about unchanged from New York's closing price. We shall see what happens. I'll just read this headline for you. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. A rally in U.S. stocks stalled after reports of an oil tanker explosion in the Middle East cast doubt on speculation that the war in Iran could end soon. So just a heads up. And then also at 7:04 Eastern Standard Time, Trump did say it's possible I could talk to Iran. He said that on Fox News.
Yeah, I'm just reading the headlines too, and I was just kind of looking quick. I thought I'd take a look quickly on crude oil here. So yeah, there was a gap here over the weekend, which has been completely repriced by now and almost like completely rebalanced. And this is the 1-hour chart on crude oil. I mean, back to below $89, but we were down to 81 as well, which is, I don't know, good news or bad news. It seems like like reading some war headlines throughout the day. I was reading some news that there are some oil refineries completely disabled or being blown up, or some missiles hit some refineries, even in Kuwait. So I'm not sure how much reserve they have or how it's affecting the current prices. I was actually expecting higher prices. So I was like, it's a positive surprise for me, like hopefully for the world as well. Like, okay, we're going back lower, but many headlines were saying that there were some heavy hits for these refineries. So I don't know how it's going to, or maybe those effects are going to happen later. But so far, at least we got back down from that one. What was the high here? 100, almost 120. Let's see. The high was 119.48. So quite a bit of a drop, which is like, okay. And yeah, hopefully it will go a little bit lower. Hopefully.
I can't believe it. The volatility in crude oil to go from almost 120 or 120 all the way down to, I think I saw 85 yesterday, right? in like 2 days.
Absolutely crazy. And I don't think I've seen this type of movement even during COVID, you know, back in the years. Like we did see some crazy things there as well, but this was a very you know, fast and very sharp volatility here on crude, especially since yesterday.
Exactly. 90 bids says someone bought at 120. So that sucks for so whoever bought at 120.
I still remember that day. I think it was 2021 or 2020 during COVID when the price went below zero. I was like, what is going on? That was absolutely crazy.
I will never forget that. No one thought futures can go negative.
Yeah.
Until that happened.
Went below zero. I know I made a screenshot on my phone. I still have it somewhere. I tried to find it, but like that's impossible. But it did go down lower. Actually, when the market reopened the next day, it already opened, I don't know, like $10 or $20 above zero. But anyway, it corrected, but it was still like a little bit scary to see that.
Yeah. So our chat has been on fire as far as predicting which direction the market will go. So I'm so curious, can we please get a poll up to see what everyone's thinking? Will we go long or short? What will the market do? What's your prediction?
I would be definitely interested about that because, as I said, right now it's a coin toss. It seems like we're slowly moving higher above 25K. And so we're getting closer to that 25,050 level, which is no problem. I might gonna get ready for a possible long but I don't know. Something tells me. There's a form, everybody. There's a form. Quickly. You gotta be quick, guys.
Get your name on that form for a chance to win a free account from MyFundedFutures. You do have to be present in order to win. So make sure you stick around and claim your prize if you win, because if your name is drawn and you're not here, everyone is going to be so happy that you didn't claim the prize because they will re-roll.
Oh, yeah. That we can actually feel that everybody's praying there. Oh, I hope he's not here. I hope. But yeah, make sure to react as quick as possible to claim your account. Yeah. So it looks like it's trying to push higher, but my feeling is kind of telling me like, okay, even if it's pushing higher, it should be dropping a little bit further down, I think. So I'm not going to do anything with this for now. Even if it goes up there, you know, what if it tags the level at 25,050 and then maybe it will drop lower? Who knows?
Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, we'll wait. I think I might wait. If it shoots up, I'm just going to wait for some type of, okay, wait a minute. Here we go. About 1 minute until the market's going to open. It'll be interesting to see how this candle closes. But yeah, maybe I can very well see that, Tom. Like market shoots up and then it kind of tricks a bunch of people and then starts to sell off.
It would be easier. It would be a much easier decision if that 2-minute zone down there would not have been tagged already at 908, but it has been tagged. It was a beautiful bounce from down there. So it seems like the bullish momentum is still there. So hard to say. We got to wait. But hey, guys, it's only 15 seconds. So buckle your seatbelts because this is going to be fun.
It will be fun. So yesterday's high during New York is 25.55.
Okay.
25.55.
Let's go. Ring ding ding. Oh my gosh, it's going. It's going.
It's pushing.
Gosh.
Okay, it got up to 25.42. Will we go take yesterday's high? Where's the market going to say no bueno, no way?
I took a small long position. Actually, I don't even know. Okay, it went through. Okay, it hit my TP. It was only 2 micro, so it was only 2 micro. But anyway,
woohoo!
We went to 50. It was only 2 micros, not a big deal. Actually, I made a staggering $74. Yes, but hey, money is money.
Exactly. $74. That's a nice steak.
That was a
Eating
good one.
out. That sounds delicious.
But now we have the reaction. I mean, hopefully we have a reversal reaction here. So the thing is, yeah, I would love to see a possible structure here at this level and then go lower, because if I'm checking levels higher, there's nothing here. I mean, in terms of zones, yes, we can go, but like, there's really nothing up there that I like.
Okay.
I would say there's much more juicier levels on the downside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did go down to the 1 minute just to look at get a closer look at what is happening right now. Normally I trade off of the 5. Do you normally trade off of the 5, Tom?
Sorry?
Oh, do you normally trade off of the 5-minute chart? Like your default?
Yeah, so I'm looking the levels like on the 5, 15 and everything, like anywhere between the 1 and the 5. But the main entry, which is usually the fair value gap and the pullback into the fair value gap. So like displacement with the fair value gap and the pullback, like I'm looking for those kind of candles, like on the 1 minute, usually 1 minute, maybe sometimes 3-minute chart. So I'm trying to wait for the 5-minute entries. But honestly, guys, and again, maybe it's just me, but I'm talking from experience, I have missed so many opportunities when I was waiting on the 5-minute to get into the trade. You know, so many trains went by and I being left on the station like, man, this trade is gone, this trade is gone. And yes, finally, eventually you will get a setup on the 5-minute. There's no problem with that. But again, we just, you know, getting back to like, it's to the fact that trading is so subjective. The entries, the entry model, your style, it's so different for everybody. I think it's because of my personality. Maybe it's just harder for me to wait for that one setup on the 5 minutes for hours, because I see the entry on the 1 minute, like, and it comes with chart time for everybody, right? So that's just a fact. But I'm streaming, I'm trading a lot throughout the day, and I'm kind of seeing those things happen on the 1 minute. And I just realized that it's just, I can't force myself right now on the 5-minute. It would be better. Oh, look at this drop. Okay.
I have to do a short. My entry's at 25.36. We shall see. I do like this drop. Let's go.
I love this drop. Actually, I want to get into a short as well. Okay. Hold on. I need to set up this because there's an account.
I'm going to target the midnight price, even though I think we will fill more and go towards the yesterday's VWAP, at least a little bit.
Oh, I forgot to take my profit. Oh, okay. I forgot to TP here. Anyway.
Oh, dang it.
I forgot to TP here. My TP would have been at 25.04 and it bounced off. Anyway, I might gonna have to close this manually. We'll see. I don't think is it gonna go back down? I forgot to put it there.
I think so. I hope so.
You think so? All right. I'm gonna put my TP now that I missed my original one. Go. You know, maybe I should just use 1 micro here and leave a runner. How about that? Oh, let's use 1 micro. If it goes down there, come on, NQ, you can do it one more time.
You can do it.
Because if it can do it, I'm just gonna hold this trade to 900, the second half of the position.
Okay.
Why is it not doing it? Come on, NQ. All right, I'm just messing up everything here. Okay, everything is fine. So 2 micros, I want to see it go lower just a little bit. Still not going lower.
Oh, come on. It's trying. It's trying.
It is.
It's still waking up. Oh, there we go. I like that.
Come on, NQ, just a little bit. I want to have a runner, a nice runner. If it would go just a little bit. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Opening range low would be great.
Exactly. I think if it can trade below 990, it's looking good. So I did put my TP at 895, where we're going for a little bit of a swing here, and then my high is above that opening candle. It's at 25.86 with 1 micro. Let's go. It's going.
It took TP1. I'm going to move my other stop. So if it takes me out, I'm going to be perfectly fine because this is going to be a break-even trade. If it goes, actually, I'm going to move my stop a little bit higher here. I'm going to give it some room if it wants to reprice. Actually, 54. I have to move my stop up here. Okay, that's fine. If it takes me out, it's still fine. No problem. I want to see a nice drop from here. The rejection was great from that supply zone up there. Let's drop it, NQ. Let's
drop it. Let's drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, let's just do it because that would be great. If not, well, no problem. But there's nothing up there that I like. I don't like the upside here. I don't know.
Oh, NQ. Okay, it's still consolidating within that first 5-minute candle. We've only been open for about 7 minutes here. Time goes by so slow at the open.
Very slow.
It's like slow and fast at the same time, right? It's like just feels like, oh my gosh, it's only been 7 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like an eternity here, really. And it does.
That way.
It's just 7 minutes and it feels like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. You know, NQ, I mean, if it does this, like, I mean, it kind of means two things. Either it's going to reverse real quickly to the upside, or if it makes it through the VWAP, let's just say the VWAP here, then it should be dropping like a rock.
Oh, I like that.
It should be dropping down to 950 if it makes it through the VWAP, I think. We just need some down close candles, most likely, at least on the 1 minute. So
yeah.
Let's drop it.
Let's drop it. We're about 10-ish, 7-ish points above unchanged price. Let me take a quick look at ES. Ooh, ES is in the red, Tom. Down 13 points. ES broke the 5-minute orb on the downside. YM is also trading below VWAP. So that's looking good for NASDAQ, but we shall see.
All right. So far, so good. I like the idea. Unfortunately, NQ is kind of holding this area. No problem. No issue. It's moving up. Yeah. There's a small 1 minute gap here on the 933 candle. I think that would be the famous first fair value gap theory for ICT traders. And let me highlight that level. I think that's the one. Yeah, so the fact that the 1 minute candle could be closing as a bearish pin bar, having the first fair value gap higher up there, kind of makes me a little bit like anxious, because I think price can easily just go back up there and shift.
Don't say that.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to.
Oh, I don't like this. Come on
like
down.
This.
It's still consolidating though in that first 5 minutes.
It would have been much better if it would have repriced it already and dropping lower. I mean, but now that it hasn't repriced it,
NQ is the stronger out of the 3 indexes so far. Yeah, YM is just flirting below VWAP on YM. On ES, it's still flirting below VWAP. So NQ is the only one that's above VWAP right now. The bulls are trying. They're really trying.
And
hold up this market.
I think they really want this to push higher, which is, for a certain point, I'm okay, but please don't push it higher than the 50, and that's it. So, so
I'm feeling like I want to hold my breath.
Okay,
kind of intense.
I give my permission to the bulls, but only until 50. That's it, no more. So if you guys who are buying and the market makers, have your day at 50 and then just let it go. All right. Yes,
and then close out your trade, sell at 50.
Yes,
if you're in the long.
Exactly. Sell it at 50. Yeah. Tom switched to Ninja Trader. I switched to Ninja Trader just for a little while because I'm still using Quant Tower, but yeah, for some technical reasons and copy trading reasons, I was like, okay, it's good for me right now. That doesn't mean that Quant Tower is not good. I do like Quant Tower. I tried many platforms except TradeAway. I mean, I did trade TradeAway too. It's great. But yeah, currently I'm with Ninja. Yeah.
Tom, what is your TP at?
TP is at 902, way down there.
902.
So, yeah, it's more than 120 points down there. So I feel like that the market makers want this to reprice that first gap up there. I feel like they want, but it's fine. I told you it's okay. One smaller wick is all right. We can let that happen. But after that, it needs to take the elevator down.
It better.
It better, right?
It better. Well, the overnight range is pretty good. The low is 24,832. The high was 25,146. So what? That's like 300 points, a little over 300. Yeah, that's actually a really good range for overnight. But considering that yesterday we had a 1,000-point move, I'm like, it's gotta do something, right?
It will do something. It has to. I still like the idea that
I like this.
Yeah. And guys, just a sneak peek here. We are having 133 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. 18 more minutes to go. I can't believe my eyes. I'm seeing 576 viewers. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the show. Let's go. We like that. No. Okay, so the next job, everybody. We still have less than 18 minutes, or we might not gonna have Pine Tree on the show. I don't know, but we need more likes. We are at 133. I'm gonna refresh the page. I know we can get to 200. All right, this is the scientific fact how it works. We are at 144, guys. We can do it. I know we can do it, right?
So good, exactly. I know we can do it. The 30-minute candle is looking very nice for a nice rejection looking candle. If you look at the 30 minutes. So I like our trade, Tom. It's winning more than what, 60-ish points right now. Good.
Yes, we are good. You like the 30-minute candle?
Yeah, so sometimes I look at the 30-minute candle for like the big picture.
I don't like the 30-minute candle.
Really?
I don't
Do
like
tell.
it. I don't like it. It looks bad. I hate this candle.
Because so when I see that shape of candle, I see it as a rejection.
It is. It is a rejection. It is but if it stays like this, then we're cooked. You know.
Oh no. It'll keep going down.
Okay, but if it keeps going down, there's no problem with that.
Oh, look at this. So I do love what's happening right now. The 5-minute orb, people did get tagged in on the short side. So that's looking great. We did break below that opening low. And now we are trading below VWAP on NQ. We are down by about 27-ish points in the red. Let's see if it can go lower.
I moved my stop to break even, so this is a runner. We'll see if we survive or not, but I feel like there's no point of leaving my stop not at break even, because if it goes back, I'm sorry to say this to everybody, but if we go back up there, we might just gonna tag the 50, and oh my gosh, I have to say it out loud. Come on, the market makers, I got taken out. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Even and you did capture some profits on that other trade, remember?
Yeah. Terry, you're not gonna like what I'm doing. I'm going for the 50 here. I'm scalping long 3 micros. I know.
When you're like, Terry, you're not gonna like what I'm doing. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm scalping long 3 micros. I'm going for actually my TP. What's the high here? High is 42.25. I'm moving my TP to 42.25.
Don't do it, Tom. Don't do it.
I did it already. And my TP is 42.25. Let's go first fair value gap. I'm going to send the message to Michael Huddleston if it hits it. I wish I would know his number, but some of you guys might know it. I'm going to add to the trade. Okay. I added to the trade. I added to it. It's a heavy one, Terry. It's heavy. It's heavy. I'm telling you, 6 micros. It's burning my account now.
Oh no, 6 is heavy, Tom. This is heavy.
What? You know what happened? Because I left it on 3 micros and I pushed the buy button again. I just wanted to add 1 micro, but it's too late to modify it, right? Anyway.
You can modify it. You can always change it.
I know I can. I'm just trying to push the pressure here.
Oh, the stakes are high. Tom is in long. I am in short. Who will win?
My gosh.
Welcome back, Tom.
I don't know about this,
Tom and I
Terry.
are going head to head this morning. Except your position is like 6 times the size of mine.
Okay, this is not good. I might have to close it out. It's fine though. I'm still okay. I'm still fine. I'm still good. I'm still good, everybody. I'm still good. I'm just gonna put a stop loss there.
Get down.
Terry's praying to get down. I'm praying for Michael Huddleston, the ghost in the machine. Come on, Michael. Come on. Come on, just push it higher. Just a little bit.
Oh,
Let's
it's going. It's going.
I took the TP there. All right.
Great trade, Tom. Okay.
Overall, $378 on this account. I'm okay with this. I'm fine. I'm fine with this. Not gonna do anything.
Tom.
Not gonna. I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, and this was a scalp. Like when I saw this, so this is one of the reasons. Like I keep not because I actually was telling about this to Terry on the backstage before we started streaming. Like it's kind of weird, but whenever I have the 15-second chart up, I kind of have a little bit more like quote unquote success. It helps me to identify some patterns and some levels. But anyway, I saw this very strong push. I was like, if we going back into this consolidation on that 25,000 10 or 20-ish level, then there's no way we're not gonna hit that first presentation gap. I think this is the only new concept that I'm kind of studied from ICT. Not that I'm not a core ICT fan or ICT follower, especially not the tinfoil stuff. But the thing is, the first presentation gap was something interesting. Look at this. It's going down.
It's going down. My trade is still alive. Let's go.
Everybody, please, fingers crossed for Terry. Please pray. And, let's hope that this is going to finally hit the elevator and go down to 900.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, this is an example of potentially, it depends. If my trade does win, then it's an example how 2 people can be on opposite sides and both can win depending on your time frame, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was a little bit lucky there though with the profit because I forgot that I left my NinjaTrader on 3 micros. So I was like, yeah, let's just add 1 more micro. So instead I added 3 more micros, but it was still okay. I was like, okay, I'm ready to let this go to like 250 to 300 to a loss because I made like $74 at the open, right? So I was like, okay, we can let this go to 300-ish. Yeah. But I was a little bit quote unquote lucky on this because finally we got that push. To be honest, I still feel like we have a clear way down to 900. So
actually, I like that.
Actually down all the way below 858. I do love that level. Yeah.
We have a big YouTuber in the house. Adrian is here. Hi, Adrian.
Adrian, hello there.
Adrian is a gamer that's becoming a trader. Isn't that cool?
Oh wow, that is amazing. A gamer. What games are you playing? Because I also like gaming, but I'm like into shooting games. Like I'm definitely not a pro, so I'm the one who also. I mean, I got killed in the first few minutes in any game. But I love gaming. I love gaming. I do love video games. I got this new computer of mine a couple of months ago. I enjoy everything. I just downloaded everything. War robots.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting how so many like professional gamers and just gamers will come into day trading specifically and do really well. I wonder if there's certain similarities and maybe it's like that ability to be quick decision making. I'm not sure.
I think you're on to something on this because this is an interesting topic. I did watch a video about some gamers who are in esports. Like esports, most likely shooting games are about not just reflexes, but about patience, and also you got to be disciplined on the screen and wait for your perfect shot, and to react accordingly on on the specific game. But the thing is, it seems like those skills can be useful, especially in scalping on the lower time frames. I don't know. It was kind of interesting to watch that video. So
yeah, it's really interesting. I've thought about getting into gaming. I think it would be really fun. But
what
we're
type of
already
games? Sims, maybe? I
yeah,
don't know.
I don't know. I think I thought like, okay, what are the most popular games that I should get into?
We're gonna start a gaming channel with Terry. Don't worry, guys.
It would be fun. Yeah,
It will
gaming and trading, love it. Arizona says.
Yeah, it is. It could be really fun. Obviously, when the market is not doing anything, you can
Yeah.
still play some games next to it. But right now, to be honest, guys, I'm kind of feeling disappointed in the market. What do you think, Terry? Because this
I
is just
know.
sideways action.
It's just sideways, exactly. I'm just hanging out in that short with the 1 micro. The beauty of micros, it's like I'm not sweating it, no big deal. So if I were in a mini, I would be sweating it for sure. If I had 2 or 3 minis on, oof.
Terry, but you can handle it. You have the skills, you have everything.
Oh my gosh. It's
But
too
you
much
can do
stress.
it.
Thank
Too much
you.
stress.
Thank
You
you,
can do
Tom.
it, Terry. Come on, you can do it.
Trevor says gaming with Terry and Tom.
Oh yeah,
Love
that
this
would be
idea.
amazing. That would be amazing.
Oh, so Tom, I want to discuss more about
Yeah.
your 15-second chart.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. So what I realized, so if some of you you guys are new in the chat, then I'm all about supply and demand zones, but I'm not going to. We don't have enough time. It would take a little bit more time to explain that, but I talk about it all the time on my channel too. So the thing is, I'm all about supply and demand. And so first, when I relearned everything about trading, I do remember, again, I seem like I'm an ICT cold follower or something, but I'm not. But back in 23 and 22, I was going over the 2022 mentorship. I did learn a lot. So, and I do remember ICT saying like, the market or the algorithm or whatever is that the pattern that you're looking for, it has to be something that is repeating itself throughout every single time frame. So from the daily chart all the way down to the 1 minute chart and even lower to the seconds chart. Now, I never really traded on the 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, 30 second chart. So I do know quite a few traders who are using it. So but I started to study in the past couple of weeks, so not too long ago, like, can I use these patterns, the same type of supply and demand zones on the subatomic time frames, like the 15 second, 30 second, whatever. So I started to mark up those levels, and this is partially the answer why I like NinjaTrader too. Like, yes, trading you also have it, but like it's kind of easy to mark everything up on NinjaTrader charts, and I'm having the 15 second opened up, and this kind of helped me, especially when there is no news in the market hitting the market, or Trump is not doing a speech, or there's no Fed meeting or whatever. If the market is just doing its regular thing, then I did realize that there are so many opportunities, so many supply and demand zones ready to be taken on those time frames, like the 15 second, the 30 second chart. And I had some really good trades, some really good runs, mostly about scalping, because when you go for these levels, these are like 10, 15, 20 points trades maximum. So that's all you can go for usually. But I'm like, I really need to, study it more, because I don't want it to be just a lucky streak or something. But I was really having a good time on these lower time frames, because so the thing I want to say here, the concept is that I'm seeing the same levels there, like what I see on the 5 minute or the 15 minute, whatever, and they also having the same reaction. So I like that, and I'm just doing the same thing on the 15 second chart as the thing I'm doing on the 5 minute or the 15 minute, and it's just amazing. Like, wow, this is like it's really fast. And I realized that, okay, this is one more reason I just can't wait for the 5-minute setup. It's just too long. Well, maybe I tried to force myself, by the way, to take less trades, because I do know that lots of successful traders out there who are long-term successful and really profitable are not really trading. It's still kind of unbelievable to me, but not trading the 1 minute or the lower time frames or the 3-minute time frames, most likely 5-minute and higher. So this is also, it's a little bit confusing me, and we just got to the point, right, when you ask yourself like, okay, should you be influenced by that or not? Because we also said like you should not be influenced by other traders in that scenario, because you have to carve out your own way. But it's so much depending on your personality, like what can you handle, right?
Right, exactly. And I think too, maybe also the times that you're trading. Like Tom and I, we're trading the open with you right now, and a 15-second chart, like that makes so much sense to me, because the open is so volatile and you really can find those opportunities super quick, versus if maybe you're trading at, I don't know, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It might be a lot more chop, and 15-second chart might not be as like the greatest. So I think about that too. And so that's why I'm so excited, Tom, to see that you're trading 15 seconds. I'm excited to watch you every day here as we're streaming to see like how you do this.
Well,
I'm
actually,
excited. Tom is a good scalper.
It's just, thank you so much, Sarah, for saying it. But this is just like a small little experiment. Like as I said, I'm kind of seeing the same type of levels on these lower time frames. So, for example, just to give you an example here, here's a level. Can I put a horizontal line here? So there's a level here at, I don't even know, at 959 oh, the visible data, okay, 959.25, and it already got hit once, twice, and three times again. So you guys don't really see it. Let me extend it a little bit here. So this was a 15 second demand zone down here, and it got rejected once, twice, and again it got down there, and it's still valid, by the way. So it's just interesting to see these levels work on these smaller time frames as well. And we have another one starting at 946, quite amazing. So it needs to be studied, I guess. But yeah,
I love this.
We need more time for next time, and we're gonna explain it.
Yeah, this is so fun. W's for Tom. Your trade, so many winning trades today. My trade is working.
Your trade is working. Let's go, Terry. Terry trades. There you go.
Let's go. It's in about 80 points in profit so far. So
amazing. Oh my gosh, time flies so fast. I know Pine Tree is knocking on the door already.
Yeah, we have Pine Tree Trader on deck here. He will be with you for the next 30 minutes. Tom, last minute thoughts before we head out?
Terry, I just want to say it's so good to be back here with you and with everybody here in the chat. Amazing vibes, amazing trades, and I think we're having an awesome time here at the Open. So thank you everybody for the support, and smash the likes, and make sure that we get above 200. Maybe not right now, but make sure to smash that like. All right. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Thank you so much. And I guess Pine Tree is about to come up to the stage. So Terry, any last thoughts before we go?
Go Tom and Terry.
Go Tom and Terry.
It feels great to be back. I can't wait to come back tomorrow.
It is great to be back. Thank you so much, everyone. Make sure to give a warm welcome to Pine Tree Trader and W's in the chat for Pine Tree. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, right? Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yo, what's up? What's up, everyone? What's going on? So I'm short, guys. 975.75 on NQ or MNQ. We broke the structure, right? So I got this little trend line going, and I am just going for the short. Looking at the higher time frame, we have a lot of room to the downside. We got this gap down here, or what I like to call single print from yesterday afternoon that we could possibly fill. We came down, we tested that high of it last night, and we rallied from there. So that's what I'm targeting. The stop's at a swing high up here at 25,058.75. I was kind of hoping to be able to hop that in on this while I before I got on stream, but it kind of happened really fast. Inside bars, outside bars did not work at all. So I am down on this account a little bit right now, but unrealized we're up. So looking for a big move here. See if we can actually get down there and sweep the low. What is going on, everyone? Smoke Trades in the house. Melvin, Didia Gamer in the house. We got a B-Shik. What's up, B-Shik? I want to thank Terry and Tom for another great segment. This is already paying off. Be a pretty big move. Now, here's the issue that I see with this trade here. If you go on a daily chart, we are stuck in a mess. I drew this box probably a week and a half ago, and we are still stuck in that mess. So right around that 25,000 chop zone. But, you know, giving it a shot, right? Giving it a shot because, you know, 1 micro, you know, it's worth the risk, right? So miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Michael Scott, or is that Wayne Gretzky? I don't know. I think it's Michael Scott, right? What's happening, everyone? Who's liking the time change? I am not. I hate the time change. Gold looks like it's turning up. Let's take a look at gold here too while we're in this NASDAQ short. Take a look at gold. Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much. Inside bars paid pretty well. So let's take a look at oil. Now, oil, very choppy. Oil's been pretty good at night. If you guys have been trading Glowex, oil's been a pretty good play in the evening. Right now, it looks a little choppy, sitting right on the VWAP. I hate when the instrument that I'm trading is sitting right directly on the volume weighted average price, or what Tom would say, the VWAP. I hate that. So anyways, you can see right here, we get a trend line break on a 5-minute chart. So the higher time, more of a higher time frame, when you get a massive trend line, if it breaks, you know, you can get a pretty nice move out of it. Right now, this is already a nice move, 60 points, but we're looking for a big winner, possibly get down into this gap. So plus I heard in the chat that ICT said go long. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Did I call the VWAP? Yeah, for sure. So how is everyone doing? You long in oil? Can I have your view on it, please? Shahid. Yeah, so I mean, not financial advice or anything, but it's always not a bad idea to long gold. But right now, it's very choppy for me. I don't like it. This is just me. I'm not trying to, get you out of the trade. We could push higher, absolutely. But right now, we are just in a downwards channel. We really need to break out of this to get moving here. And we could, you get a little confirmation as we push up through them as momentum. I am a momentum trader. I like to wait for a little more confirmation before I hop in. Now, the problem is what happens as a momentum trader is I can get caught in the chop. So you take something like, let's see, you take sideways action. When you get some nasty sideways action, like something like this, and I try to go on momentum play on a short side, or as it's pushing down, then I get caught in the range and get chopped up. So that's the problem with being a momentum style trader. But in a big Harami candle, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's see. I'm just watching the chart here. We're rejecting off the VWAP here. We made a new session low too, didn't we? I'm just watching here, guys. Sorry, I'm just let's see if I want to. still like this. I still like the downside, but right now, I mean, it's a tough call. Market seems very, very choppy. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna risk 166 bucks. This is a harami one trade a day type play, but where we broke the structure that we've been consolidating for quite some time. I don't know. We'll see. How's everyone else doing? How's everyone else doing? So just a little homework, guest application in the top of the chat, or MyFundedFutures hosts. We want to hear from you. Even Adrian, that was in the chat earlier, a big YouTube gamer. He says, well, I don't want to come on because I'm not profitable. That's okay. We still want to hear from you. You know, we still want to hear from you. We want to find out what you're doing. We want to learn about your journey. So even if you're not profitable, that's okay. Please apply and come on the show. I mean, it's interesting. Any questions for me, guys? Feel free to answer. So I want to talk a little bit about inside buys on gold, on I always do that, on silver, on oil. I'm not awake yet. Inside bars on oil during Glowex. Been working out very, very well. So you can see right here, nice inside bar scalp long. We actually took that long last night. You can see another inside bar long here on oil. This is just during the Glowex session. So the first, I would say, an hour and a half to 2 hours of the Glowex session. Last night, they've been paying big time. The way I trade the inside bars on the 5-minute chart is on oil is simply looking for the break. So if we take the break here, this would trigger the short. Stop goes above. And then you can target a 1.5. What I learned last night, maybe a 1.5 to 1 to 1.5 R. But you can really get a nice scalp out of it. So even a little long off that. Here's another one, right? So if you do a few of these last night, you probably could have got 50% off an eval. Here's another one right here, short trigger. So just keep that. If you guys are trading inside bars or outside bars, just a little golden nugget here. Look at oil CL. Please do your own back testing and everything, forward testing, but look at oil at night, Glowex open. Let's go back to the NASDAQ trade here. So a little fake out rejection off the VWAP. That is good for the trade. So a little trend line resistance, right? So literally bounced right off that trend line. You guys didn't know I traded trend lines, did you? Purple Ferrari is going to come any day. Congratulations to the winners. We got some winners in the house. Let's go. Congratulations, winners. All right, we're getting that push down here. 24,915. Come on. So I'm looking for the overnight low, possibly. It's a big trade. But with micros, right? Very, very possible to keep a nice, respectable stop and then go for a bigger win, right? And during the New York session, especially the first hour of the day, you can catch some really big moves and a lot of points, right? So it's not always about the P&L. It's about catching how many points can I get. Now, you're always going to see on YouTube and X and whatever, people putting up huge numbers. Like, oh, I made 10,000, I made 20,000. Well, you're not seeing the full picture. Something that can really, really help you in your trading journey is just by counting points. So let's just say you have a systematic type of trade and you want to size down, maybe slow down, because this is what I always recommend is when people, when they get to their funded account, to slow down a little bit, try to size down as well. If you're struggling, let's just say you're in the hole, right? You don't have to always get it back in that one trade. You don't have to make up all your losses in one trade. Sometimes it's good to just size down and then base hit it. You start making 150, 200, 300 bucks. Let's just say you're down $1,000 bucks. You know, you take a few trades. Next thing you know, you're back positive territory. So I always recommend sizing down, especially during New York. And the volatility has been way up. If you look at the VIX yesterday, it was over 30. The VIX today is climbing as we speak. So I think it's above 25 right now, which is the volatility index. So if you were to trade minis, even on this trade, I've barely been underwater. But if you take and trade minis off that, just that little push up, 22 points, I would have been underwater probably, a couple $100 easy. So maybe $400 or $500 just trading the mini. So by trading micros on these smaller accounts, especially when you get to the funded stage, and then looking for the bigger moves. Now, it all depends on what your style is. Like last night when I was trading CL, I was scalping off the inside bars. So I'm not looking for like these huge moves. I was just scalping. I tend to size up just a little bit, when I'm doing that. But NASDAQ really pushing down here, up 75 points on this trade. And is trying to bounce here at 24,900, but we've given up that 25,000. So we rejected off it once again, and we're trying to get that push down. A little break of this outside bar, 893.25. Maybe we go, but right now this gap from yesterday afternoon is holding. We just want to see it come down and test it. Who else we got in the chat? Lay in the house. What's up, Lay? Your YouTube is lagging. Let's see who else we got. Oh, Pigeon won. Let's go, Pigeon. Let's take a look at oil here real quick. Yeah, oil is still chopping on the VWAP. It's trying to break out of this channel here, but still just dead center on this. Look at gold pushing down. Take a look at YM. So YM is really not moving either. YM has pushed down from the open and is just consolidating right now. So a little lame price action right now, but a good 70 points out of the markets, nothing to be ashamed of, but I'm looking for a bigger move here. I don't know why. So sometimes this can get me in trouble when I have a bias. And where we have these single prints down in here on this hourly chart or a 30-minute chart. If you guys don't know anything about single prints, it comes from the TPO charts. And it's basically letters, right? So see if I can show you an example. Let's see if I'm looking for an example here on TradingView. But anyways, it comes from this type of profile, so market profile, time price opportunity, so TPO charts. This is the very first thing I learned when I started trading futures. I've kind of abandoned it, but I still use it. So when you use TPO charts, you can learn, initial balances, right? So the initial balances, the A, B period, point of controls, the value area, the volume point of controls, and you also can see single prints. So you see like right here, it's maybe a little hard to see, but you can see right here, like this F period on this particular day is a single print, right? So very often what happens is that the market will revisit this area and reprice it, right? So that's what we have here. Now, some of you guys call them a fair value gap. Some of you guys call it an inefficiency or whatever. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And if you go on a 30-minute chart and look, you can see that we have single prints right up through here at that 2 o'clock hour yesterday afternoon. And so that's what I'm looking for to revisit. We just don't know when, but like that's the idea, right? So a little inside bar and outside bar here. So if we break this to the downside, this will look even better. A little more confirmation. Maybe we end up taking out the low. Digital Nukes in the house. Let's go. Let's give it up. I love seeing the pine trees in the chat. So awesome. Who else we got? Any questions, guys? What is going on? How's your wow, it feels like a Monday, but it's actually Tuesday. I was off yesterday, just had a little appointment. Everything's good, everything is fine. I'm still around and I'm ready to kick ass for the next few more years, I guess. So right. What is the color of the candles, Elsie? Okay. So inside bars, outside bars, and harami candles. If you guys want to check out these indicators, if you guys are interested, it is inside bar, LDT inside outside bars. The yellow candles are inside. The light pink ones are outside bars, and the harami is out of the woods. Harami is these purple candles. I like to use those for reversals, right? So you can see right here for the this harami right here was a good reversal. We made a new session low, and then you simply just buy as it breaks and the stop goes down below, and then you just look for a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 off that break. So boy, we don't want to break down below this 900 level. We keep getting bought up. So this inside bar swept the low and is trying to push up, which I don't like. I hate when you get a reaction like this. So we'll see how this bar closes. If we close this with a strong outside bar, there'd be a very, very odd price action, the way I look at it, because you have this big outside bar. We've swept the low. And if this sweeps this low here and then puts in another outside bar and then breaks that, that's going to be some strange stuff. But market's unpredictable, right? So got to be prepared for whatever. It could absolutely keep pushing. But right now, sitting at 24,917. Let's take a look at ES real quick. ES is pushing lower here, 967.70. So it's still pushing lower. That's good for our NASDAQ, right? Does any of you guys watch ES and then trade NASDAQ? I know a lot of traders that will pay attention to what ES is doing first. They don't even trade ES, but then they trade NASDAQ. You see Methodical Man doing that a lot, actually. So Methodical Man, who's also on this channel, who's going to stream a little bit later, you see him watching ES on off screen, and he'll talk about, oh, ES just claimed this level. ES just dropped below this level, you know, which means he's looking for longs. Now he's looking for shorts. Let's take a look at gold here. Gold popping up. So gold's popping up. That might be good for us. And YM not doing anything. So not looking to take any trades on YM right now. Just going to focus on this NASDAQ. Yeah, this is a little strange. I think if we put in an outside bar right here, I'm going to place my stop. I'm going to lower my risk. I'm going to move it down. Yeah, this looks like it wants to try to pop back up. Little tricky here. So it's headed right back to the VWAP. I'm trying to. Well, maybe these buyers were the real deal too. This could be the buyers of the real deal when you have a gap like that and it's trying to hold. If we come back down here and then pop back up and hold this gap, if we come down and test this area and then get a reversal and then it starts to rally off that, then in my opinion, I'm going to be bullish for the rest of the day. But yeah, based on this trade, pretty simple. Just looking at those trend lines. If I see a trend line, I'm looking for 3 or more touches, right, on a trend line. The more touches, the better. The higher time frame, the better. Right now, we're getting that push back up. right here, 24,950. If we get a break of this, I might just move my stop to break even here. There's some weird stuff going on. Might get stopped out here. Stops at break even. Yeah, stopped out on that. That's okay. I mean, I don't know. This is getting to be real choppy where you had an outside bar break to the downside, and then you had an inside bar break to the downside, and then it swept and made an outside bar, and pushing right back up to that VWAP. So tricky stuff. I mean, I probably should have, obviously in hindsight, right? You always go, well, but you have an idea and you want to stick with it. You know, that's the thing. You have an idea, you should stick with it. It doesn't mean you don't adapt to what's happening, but you know, if you have a take profit, the last thing you want to do is start taking profit early and then letting your trades run, right? You're losing trades run. And so by letting your winners win, you'll find yourself much better off. You find yourself passing evals much more often. You'll find yourself, you know, getting more payouts, things like that. Now, one of the things that I'm trying to work on is what I've noticed in my trading is that my losing trades tend to be longer than my winning trades, right? So that's something I'm trying to work on myself. Now, my risk to rewards and usually my largest trades are bigger than my losing trades, things like that. But I have noticed that I'm been holding on to the losing trades much longer when I should just be cutting them off and moving on. A good quote that Tom Hugard talks about is basically what he would say is when you're trading more discretionary and you feel like you're wrong about the trade, just get out. Like, don't think about it twice. Don't try to hold on to it. Just get out. If you feel like there's always going to be another trade. So if you feel like, oh, this trade's going to go against me and you're just hoping for it to go your favor, you probably should have already got out, right? Just cut the loss, move on, and wait for the next trade. You know, that's, he talks about that a lot. So you see a lot of successful traders cutting their losers quickly and, you know, letting their winners run. Why the lockout feature on TradeAway, Anubis? It's being rolled out slowly. I'm not sure. I don't have it on everything yet, but yeah. It's being rolled out slowly. The lockout button. The lockout button is a nice thing, right? To be able to lock yourself out and to be able to not continue to trade, especially when you're down on the day. So I'm down a little bit, 54 bucks. Like I said, I got chopped up in this mess right here. I was trying to go for the bigger win. Is this play could still be intact, stop win above, but I feel like with this bounce right here, it's very I don't know. Do I think we're gonna go through the high? It's tricky right now. The market is just kind of crappy. It's kind of crappy, to be honest. Especially pros when it gets expensive. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you start going through accounts. Who else we got? What is the Harami indicator called? Mine got removed. Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? Like sometimes you come back and everything's gone. So it's called Ed of the Woods Harami. So EOTW Harami. This is one of my subscribers actually made this indicator for us. Really, really awesome indicator. Works really good on YM. Speaking of, this is a very similar trade that we took on stream Friday. We caught 99 points. It was basically off the Harami candle. So Haramis work very good on YM. So these are little nuggets I'm trying to tell you guys, like depending on the instrument that you trade, just from observation, like CL inside bars during Glowex, Harami candles during on YM, so the Dow work very well. I don't so much trade inside bars on the YM. I look for little scalps sometimes with outside bars during the Glowex with NQ on a 2-minute chart. So I have a lot of like weapons in the arsenal, but it all comes down to basically just looking for the inside bars and outside bars. A 2-minute chart is something that I've been practicing on, looking for scalps off the 2-minute. Also on ES, a 2-minute. I've been looking at that kind of stuff, but right now, market's trying to push back higher. So if you look at the 30-minute, the higher time frame, we're right back in the middle of the chop zone. And I felt like that was a pretty good exit. The original stop was up here at 25,058, but I felt like that was a pretty good exit because we are trying to rally now. Back above the 25,000. Couldn't quite get that continuation down at 830, and now the shorts are getting squeezed a bit. So let's see if we keep going higher up through that high. Try to look for another trade, but I don't know. Oh no, that was a good one off the YM that I missed, but you can't trade them all, right? It's like Pokemon, you can't catch them all. And so right now, for me, I'm going to sit and wait. I'm going to wait because we are right back in the middle of this zone. I would like to see maybe a push up, take out the high, put in a Harami or an inside bar or an outside bar, a reversal back down in. The initial balance will be set here in just a few minutes, and you can see we're right dead center in the initial balance right now. So initial balance is the first hour of the day. So the first 2 30-minute candles, that's what sets the initial balance. So here we are. We have a low down here at 892.25 and a high of 25,081.75. That's the initial balance. So here and here. And you know what the old saying is, don't diddle in the middle. So we're right in the middle. So choppy day. I might not be getting many more trades in today. You know, that's just the way it is. Vanessa, what's up? Pine trees in the chat. My stomach is making too much noise, Raphael trades. Mine too. I had to fast. I'm actually fasting again today. I got to go get some blood work done. So I'm actually fasting again. I fasted yesterday for 24 or 36 hours. I was able to eat a little bit yesterday afternoon, and then now I'm fasting again. So yeah, I'm on the fast. Mototimo in the house. Any questions from me, guys? I got a minute left. This segment goes by so fast. Sorry, there was no clean, good-looking trades to take. Just wasn't. A lot of times when you have that bias, that short bias down to look into those gaps, it can be a little tough. This is why when I come into the market, I like to be unbiased. I don't want to know news. I don't want to know anything. But when you see obvious things on the chart, it's like, maybe we're going for that. So, but we will be back. Do I drink only coffee? Just water. LC Faye, just water. I do drink coffee, but I don't drink caffeine. So I haven't drank caffeine in over 10 years. Probably more like 15 years now. Thanks. You know who we got? You know who we have after this, guys? Ash is in the house. So we have Ash Trades in the house. The GOAT, which is pretty awesome. So we have Ash Trades. Going to be another good segment. Very smart trader. Someone that I watch myself. And, you know, he's in a live account. So he's a really good trader. So we have Ash Trades in the house. Guys, please come back tomorrow, right? Please come back tomorrow for my segment. Same time, same place, guys. All right. Let's give it up for Ash. See you later, chat. Peace.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Welcome back to another segment with myself, Ash Trades. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week going so far? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Very excited to get back on here with you all. Good morning, Anubis. Good morning, AV Dream. Good morning, Ascent. Abhishek, how are you doing today? Raphael Trades, good morning. MMNQ, good morning. Jip Smith, how are you doing today? Karen Deet, good morning. Rally Point, good morning. Mock, good morning. NGL Futures, how are you doing today? What's up, everyone? How's everybody doing so far? Throw a 1 in chat if you're green on the week. Throw a 2 in chat if you're red on the week. And throw a 3 in chat if you've yet to trade this week. Very excited to get back on here with you all. There's a handful of things that I would like to go over. So we're going to start with price since we're already here. We could talk about what's going on today. Quick little weekly outlook for our assets. And then we will start to get into some of the other information and announcements that I had for you all. So let's get out here. Let's take a look at euro and the dollar. I want to start on euro and the dollar because I want to focus on NQ and ES for New York Open. So let's take a look. Alrighty, so for euro, this is what I'm going to be looking at for this week on euro. We've spoke about it so many times, but we can go over it again. When I'm looking to create a bias, I'm getting out on the daily chart. I'm looking at swing highs, swing lows, and FVGs, and that's going to explain the bias here. Price took out a swing low. You can see the swing low over here. When price took out the swing low, look how nicely of a bullish reaction it had to it. For this reason, that's why I'm looking for an external to internal move. I'm looking to be bullish for price to now move higher to this location here. Very simply put, we're just looking at swing highs, swing lows, and FEGs, and we're looking at the type of price action that occurs at those locations. Now the dollar should be inversely correlated to euro, right? We know the correlation between the two assets. When the dollar is moving higher, euro should be moving lower, and vice versa. When euro is moving higher, the dollar should be moving lower. So we're taking a look at lower prices on the dollar because of it. The dollar took out a swing high over here. And when it took out that swing high, it had a bearish reaction at that location. Look at these sellers wicks. Look at it getting rejected from that area of resistance, right? So for that reason, I'm going to look for a move lower to this FVG here, right? So we have so far bullish euro, bearish dollar, oil, man, oil, wow. Wow. I know you all have seen this. This is quite the move, to say the least. Oil has really been moving. With everything that's going on, I'm not going to dive into it. I'm not an expert on, politics or the economy or, relations, with other countries. I'm not going to dive into that topic. Because I have no expertise there, so I don't think it's appropriate for me to do that. But what I can say is it has clearly caused some volatility here. I mean, what a move! Let's just zoom out for a second. Like, take a look at this. We have been moving sideways on oil since 2022. It's been 4 years of chop. 4 years of consolidation, and and we finally make a move to the top of the range. Wow. I mean, what a move it was. This thing exploded because of the news. It went and ran above the highs. And, now that the highs have been taken out, we need to be careful. If that's the top there, then careful. That could have been the bullish move to take out the highs, and now we go back inside the range. That is just simple range trading, right? I know we've spoke about range trading in the past, so for anybody that's been here with me for a while, this is how I approach ranges. Whether we're talking about a higher time frame range or a lower time frame range, looking for a move from the extreme of the range back to equilibrium of the range. So if I were to put equilibrium on here, give me a second, right? So we've just taken out an extreme of the range. Because we've taken out an extreme of the range, then I would look for a move back to equilibrium of the range, which would be here. Just simple range trading stuff, right? Looking for shorts above the highs, looking for longs below the lows, looking for a move back into the range. It's really nothing to it. Just take a look at some consolidation profiles. We can dive into that topic deeper another time, but wow, what a move here. What a move here. Chat, did anybody catch this long? That because the past couple of days, this thing has been exploding. So type CL into chat if you were able to capture any of the longs above the swing high, because let's just hop down into the lower time frames. Look at this move, man. From $80 up to $120. Chat, if anybody caught that long, throw CL into chat, because that was crazy. What a move. What a move. Wow. Okay, so a couple people caught some longs there. Okay. Good job, chat. Love to see it. Very good job. Looks like Cranston caught one. Mike caught one. Very good job. Extraordinary Cave Trader. Very good job. Disciplined Freedom. All right. We got some people catching the long there on oil. Very good job. Very good job. Let's keep moving forward, though. I have more to talk about. I just wanted to complete the weekly outlooks for all the assets that we watch. And then I would like to get into some additional information. So let's hop over here to ES and NQ. ES and NQ. Very important information here. Very important information. Take a look at the low from November 21st. Take a look at the low from November 21st. Okay, measure that to yesterday's low. Okay? November 21st to yesterday's low. Notice how ES did not run below that low. Did not. Very key information here, because when you go over to NQ, take a look. Take a look. What is this, chat? There it is. It's right there, chat. Time and time again. I mean, the amount of times that we've spoke about this, it just keeps repeating itself. And, if we're capable of identifying this and properly executing it, the market is tipping its hand. And if you can see this information, it could put you on the right side of the market. Okay, so taking a look at this, what we're pointing to is the SMT, the crack and correlation. When two correlated assets, NQ and ES, when two correlated assets are moving differently at the same time, that is very important information, okay? This is showing strength in the marketplace. This is showing that there has been liquidity taken below the lows, okay? NQ ran below this low and grabbed liquidity here, Okay. Additionally, ES is showing that there's strength in the marketplace at that low. Okay, so for this reason, right? Let's just document this real quick. For this reason, I'm going to be looking for higher prices. Right? So now we're bullish. Maybe we have finally stopped this range trading, this choppy trading on NQ and ES. We'll see. Don't want to jump too far ahead, but we finally got a crack in correlation. And because of it, we're going to start aiming at the highs. So we'll target here. We'll target here for NQ and ES. They're two correlated pairs, so they should be moving the same at the same time. So we're looking for NQ and ES to go to the highs. Okay. And it looks like NQ has a couple highs to target here. All right, so we have both of these swing highs that we can utilize. And we'll be looking at this here. All right, so what about you guys, chat? Are you guys bullish or bearish on NQ and ES today? Type a 1 in the chat if you're bullish. Type a 2 in the chat if you're bearish. What do you guys think for NQ and ES specifically? Not oil, not dollar, just NQ and ES. What do you think? Bullish or bearish? Okay, bunch of bulls in chat. All the bulls woke up yesterday after that huge move. Is that what's happening? It was a huge move though, because let's hop down here real quick and take a look at it. This is pretty astonishing, to be completely honest. We open the week. Right? Here's the open. The opening gap right here. We opened the week 200 points lower. Right? 660 down to 440. So 220 points lower. We gapped lower and then ran lower. From there, we went from 240 down to 24K flat. Another 4. So we were down 600 points on the day. We were down 600 points on the day and then finished the day up. What is that? What is that? Hold on. Let me get back out to the daily chart because this is telling. This is very telling. When think about a bearish gap real quick, right? Think about a bearish gap. A bearish gap is supposed to show bearish momentum. All right. So just take that idea for a second. And now think about a bearish gap getting completely invalidated, right? This is a bearish gap over here, the bearish new week opening gap. The bulls were so strong that they quickly and decisively ran through that gap. That's what I'm trying to say here is, look at the momentum. If this was supposed to be a bearish gap and the bulls had no problem running right through it right after it was created. Wow. The bulls stepped in, to say the least. We went down 600 points on the day, and then we closed. How much higher did we close? Let's see. And then we closed 500 points higher. Are you kidding me? What a swing. What a swing. You go lower by 600 and then you close higher by 500. Quite the move to say the least. So, maybe the bulls have finally woken up. Maybe it's finally time because all this chopping here is just boring and we're tired of it. Let's start moving. Let's start moving. I would love for us to go right back to all-time highs, right? Like, let's just start moving. Let the bulls run. Let those long-term bags go. Does look like NQ is getting closer to the target already. So the first target we have here is 247. And then the second target will be 495. All right. So yes, let them know, Raphael. That's what I'm saying. The 401k would greatly appreciate it. Somebody, knock on their door and say, good morning, bulls. Time to get the 401k pushing. Let's get moving. Let's start heading higher again. Everybody loves to see that 401k go higher. So let's start getting it moving again. All right. Now, one more thing before I get into my next conversation is today's action, right? So after being bullish, right, talking about having a bullish bias, take a look at this, right? So once you become bullish, then it's a matter of going into New York Open, looking at key levels that have SMT, right? So now you can see that I've just outlined. Where's my little marker? Come on. Now you can see that I just outlined a 15-minute swing low, right? So take this candle here, okay? Measure it to this candle here, all right? Notice how ES took out that 15-minute swing low at the same time that NQ did not take out that swing low. I don't know how many more times I'll have to say this, but I'm going to keep coming on here and pointing to this because it just keeps repeating itself. It keeps happening, and just collect the data on it because the results will speak for itself. Okay? Go put the time in, go put the effort in, and collect the data on this so you can understand it yourself. That you have the muscle memory to do it yourself. We just talked about being bullish on the daily chart, right? So going into New York Open, looking at bullish key levels, right? I would like to look for longs below old swing lows or inside of bullish gaps. Okay, well, when price gets to those locations, what happens there? SMT, once again, it's the same thing. The market tipping its hand, saying, "Hey, look at what's happening here," and now after you get the time being New York Open, then you get your bullish bias, then you get the key level with SMT. That's when you go down to the entry function, right? That's when you go down to the entry function, and of course, you get a nice little breaker here, swing low, swing high, new low, new high, right? Bullish breaker right here, bullish breaker plus a fair value gap, right there. And look at what happens. Look at what happens. It's just incredible. The amount of times that this happens. So you get to the 15-minute swing low, you get the bullish SMT, then you go down to the lower time frame, you get the breaker plus fair value gap, and this thing runs thereafter. Right? So now you have a new high of day. And everything after that, this is just, now it's giving you a gift, right? Like the target would have been a swing high, and it's doing more than the swing high. So now it's just putting in overtime, and wow, what a move. What a move. What a move. So just to outline the process, that way you understand the game plan, that way you can understand the concepts, that way you can understand the process, and then here you go. It's with the amount of times we've pointed to this over, wow, it's almost been a year already, chat. Who remembers the first day? Who are the real OGs in chat? We've been doing this on MyFundedTV for we're getting close to a year now. So just a quick little side note. Thank you to the entire community, the people that have been showing up since day one. Give yourself a pat on the back because there is nothing easy about this business. So there's some names in here, and I know a lot of us can point to them, and we're very thankful for you. But there's a lot of OGs in here, people that have been here since the beginning of the live stream. And I mean consistently, not even just every now and then. So, Mr. DH Acquisitions over there, changing his name, thinking that nobody would notice. I'm just messing around. But an OG is what I'm getting at. But an OG. Mr. Weewop. Mr. Weewop. Where's Rocky Mountain Trader too? There's a bunch of OGs in here, and I know it. Pigeon's been here for quite a long time. So Punisher too. Punisher's been around for a long time. So thank you. Just a little side note. I'm not even sure where that came from, but the OGs, thank you. All right. So I'm going to change the conversation a little bit. I want to talk now about the Rapid account. Okay. So let's hop over here. Okay. Let's hop over here real quick. There's a lot of talk about the Rapid account right now. So I wanted to get a quick, brief overview of it. I wanted to make sure that everybody understood the rules, understood how to use it properly, and position themselves within the account for success. So I just wanted to talk about this real quick, along with all the giveaways that are happening for the Rapid account right now. I've seen a lot of buzz on social media for it. Okay, so I wanted to take a moment to talk about it as well. So Rapid account, you have 50K, you have the 100K, or you have the 150K. All right, you have any of these options. Okay. First things first, make sure you use code YouTube if you are going to grab one, and you can see that it's 20% off over here. All right. Let's take a look. You have Tradeovate or Quant Tower. Personally, I use Tradeovate. Trading on TradingView is just, it's where I chart. It makes it simple. It gives it all one location to go to. You just go into the trading panel on TradingView, and that's where you log in via Tradeovate. Okay. You put the account credentials that you get via email when you sign up for an account, and you sign that into the trading panel of TradingView. Now, you're going to have to make sure that in Tradeovate that the TradingView add-on is enabled. Okay, so if you're wondering why you can't sign in to TradingView via Tradeovate, go to tradeovate.com, sign into Tradeovate with your MFFU credentials. Then once you're in Tradeovate, go to the settings. It's in the top right of the platform. It's like 3 little lines. It looks like a menu thing. Okay. Go to those 3 little lines, and in the settings, go to add-ons. And in the add-ons section, make sure TradingView is enabled. Okay, so if you haven't done that before, that's the reason why it's not letting you sign into TradingView via the trading panel. Make sure the add-on is enabled within Tradeovate so that you can sign into TradingView. All right, now let's review some of the rules real quick. All right, 50K Rapid account, 50K. All right, 90% profit split in SimFunded, 90%. So that means 90% of the withdrawal goes to you, 10% to MyFundedFutures. So 90-10 is absolutely amazing. And let alone a 90-10 split, this is actually my favorite part about all of it. 0 activation fee on all sizes, all size accounts. I mean, there's no worse gut punch than, passing an eval and then having to pay again because there's an activation fee. Well, guess what, chat? That doesn't happen here. So you pass the account, you get into the funded account. No trick door, no surprise at the end. 0 activation fee here. Okay. Ash, what are the first 12 digits of the card? No. I appreciate the attempt, but I'm not clicking on that button. We're not going any further than that. So, nice try. Daily payouts. This is astonishing. All right. You obviously you have to get through the eval stage, right? This is for your funded account. Okay. So you have to get through the eval, then you get access to daily payouts. All right. Up to 10K profit per day. So there are limits on it. So it's right here. Just read. 10K profits per day and a $500 minimum. Right. So there, you can't withdraw $10. Right. The minimum is 500. Okay. So to get daily payouts, you cannot be withdrawing $10. It's a minimum of 500 and a maximum of 10K per day. Okay. So, you want daily payouts. Here you go. Here you go. This is the chance. No daily loss limit in eval and sim. End of day max loss in eval. And trade up to 5 contracts in eval and sim funded. 10-to-1 on the micro to mini scaling. All right. Absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at some of the rules as well. You got to understand the eval. You need to make sure that you understand the rules. Not understanding the rules, you're just not doing your due diligence at that point. So if you're not reading through the rules before you purchase the account, then you're not doing your due diligence. So make sure you read through the rules. We talked about the activation fee already. This is for the 50K, so don't get confused here. The profit target here is for the 50K. Okay, so profit target 3K. Max drawdown 2K. Drawdown mode end of day. We talked about the 5 contracts max and the 10-to-1 scaling. Right? The thing that you have to understand here is this right here, consistency rule. Okay? If you have a 50% consistency rule, that means that your largest winning day cannot be more than 50% of the total profits made. Right? So let's just make this easy, right? And let's just divide this by 2, right? That's 50%. So let's just say you make $1,500 on the first day and $1,500 on the second day. Then you're within the consistency rule and you've hit the profit target. So then you'd get moved into a sim funded account. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is where it goes wrong, right? If you were to, on your first day of the evaluation, if you were to make 3K of profits, right? And then your second day of the evaluation, you make 1K of profits. Well, then you don't fit the 50% consistency rule and you'll have to continue to keep trading until you fit the rule. Okay, so once again, it's just a matter of doing your due diligence and then executing your due diligence. There's no reason to forget these rules when you're, trading the evaluation, right? So make sure you do your due diligence before you get into the account. Now, moving over to the funded account, all right? These were evaluation rules. Now we move into the funded account. Max drawdown, 2K. Drawdown mode, real time. Big difference here, chat. Once again, that's why I'm saying you have to do your due diligence. Big difference here. Different type of drawdown. Okay? Still get the 5 contracts and the 10-to-1 scaling. All right? And then we also talked about the payout rules, the minimum pay, and the 90-10 split. All right? So rapid count, it's your daily payout option type of account. There's a lot of giveaways going on about it right now. Amazing review. We just got through all of the rules. Now we understand the evaluation. Now we understand the funded rules. All right. Currently 20% off here, as you can see over here. 20% off. Use code YouTube. All right. So type Rapid into chat if you have a Rapid account currently, or if you're going to go grab one. Who is already using those Rapid accounts, and how is that going? Who's already in those Rapid accounts? I'm pretty sure our man, Mr. Zink, who's been hanging out with Mr. Zink on Fridays, didn't he just grab a payout from those Rapid accounts? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Mr. Zink just grab some payouts from those Rapid accounts, taking advantage of those daily payout options? So the power of daily payout options, you know, he put it on full display there, and on top of that, pretty sure he copy traded. So now imagine, right? Let's go back over here real quick. Now imagine a minimum payout of 500 across 5 accounts. You see how compounding can really become a very strong tool? Very strong tool. Okay. So amazing stuff. Grab a Rapid account. We just got over the rules and, you know, the payout structure and everything. So let's go get some payouts, chat. Go grab a payout from those Rapid accounts. Talking about payouts, actually, we just submitted another payout on the live account. I don't know who was here in the beginning of time, right? It's just incredible to think that was almost a year ago at this point. Crazy. Where is all the time going, chat? Where is all the time going? In the beginning of the live stream, I started a live account at MyFundedFutures. That was in May of last year. So we're coming up on about a year of being in the live account. I just requested another withdrawal from that live account today. I had 2 withdrawals last week on that live account, and I had a withdrawal today on that live account. So I've explained to you guys, for guys and girls, for quite some time that I'm not one of those churner and burners. And now you've seen it in real time here in front of all of you, in front of the entire community. I'm still in the same exact live account as I was back in May when we first started this live stream. So we got another payout from it. Very happy because of it. And we're just going to keep working and learning every single week. Every single week. So very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. All right. Huge move, right? The bulls are still in control. Now we're going to get back to some price here. Once again, like I had mentioned when we were creating the game plan, looking to target up here. So we'll see if we can get that overall move. But what a move already, man. Look at how many points this is. Look how many points this is from the breaker. This was 193 and we're way past that. 230? Jeez. Wow. Incredible stuff. Just incredible. Absolutely love to see it. So let's see if ES was... All right, ES ran above the high too. I do like to see this right here. Specifically pointing to the fact that ES was able to run above the swing high right here. Because then there's no bearish SMT there. right? NQ ran above that swing high. ES also ran above that swing high. So I like to see that for the bulls. I like to see that for the bulls. All righty. We got about another 20 minutes here. So I do also want to get into some questions and answers. So if you have any type of questions, it doesn't matter how beginner, intermediate, advanced it is, feel free to throw any type of questions or information in the chat and we can go over it. Other than that, in terms of what to look forward for today, the only thing that I want to point out is be careful with CPI coming up tomorrow, right? I wouldn't, fully expect, I wouldn't be looking for a huge expansion here is what I'm trying to say. Thinking that this right here. All right. So I wouldn't continue to look for, additional expansion thinking that tomorrow is CPI, right? In my opinion, I would think that we would range until tomorrow's news release, right? To build liquidity on both sides of the market and then take it out during the news. So this is the range that I'm viewing price as right here, right? We have this kind of channel, whatever, I don't even know what you want to call this, but we're ranging in this upward trending channel, whatever you want to call that. I would think that since CPI is tomorrow, that we'd probably keep ranging in here, right? So if we did any of this, in my opinion, that would make sense for tomorrow, right? Thinking about CPI being tomorrow morning. So I'm not looking for some kind of crazy bullish move like we got yesterday. We just took out the target for the bulls, in my opinion. Why can't I grab that line? Okay, I was able to get it that time. Being bullish was down here. Being bullish above a swing high, that's not something I'm most interested in. I'd rather be bullish at swing lows and bullish FEGs. So we'll see if they want to stay within the range, right? So here's the range high here, and see if they want to move back into the range somewhere in here instead of looking for continued expansion due to the fact that CPI is tomorrow. All right, so I'll be looking for this. And move to maybe around here, back to 50% of the range. So now we also have what to look forward to for the rest of the session. I would think that it's going to be some kind of consolidation or a move back inside the range is where I'm going with that. So now I'm going to hop over to chat. And like I said, if you have any questions or information, feel free to throw it into chat. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Can you look at the IB method today? Let's take a look. All right, so for anybody that's looking for IB information, you got to give Mr. Zink a follow. Mr. Zink is the one that is crushing the IB method. Like I said earlier, I believe he just hit a payout on those wrapped accounts, and that most likely is from the IB method. So if you're looking for very good IB information, I would definitely check out Mr. Zink's profiles. He's got some very valuable information on IB. But with that being said, let's take a look at it real quick. IB, the initial balance, the first 1 hour of New York Open. Let's take a look. It's looking like it was a short. Let me just triple check here. 10:15. Yeah, so IB looks like it would have been a loss here this morning. Okay, so this was it right here. The high was set first at 9:30. The low was set at 10:15. Just going to triple check that again. Yep, so here's 10:30 here. So this is the close of the first hour of New York Open. The initial balance is from 9:30 a.m., right? So you can see 9:30 right here to 10:30. Okay. We're analyzing the high and the low of that first 1 hour. If the high is set first, we look for shorts. If the low is set first, we look for longs. So you can clearly see here that the high was set at 9:30, the low was set at 10:15. That means that that would have been a short, right? And using that method, it would look like this, right? So if we're shorting, then the high of the range would be the stop loss. Equilibrium of the range, or 50%, whatever you want to call it. I don't care about terminology, right? Entries for the short, and TP would be the lows. Right, so this one's pretty self-explanatory. Very, very simple method. Since 10:30 already closed up here, so you could have instantly entered the short trying to target the lows right as the initial balance closed, right? Right as the initial balance got confirmed right here at the 10:30 close, then we would know that it's shorts. And, very clear. We went to invalidation before we went to TP. So this would have been a loss. All right, so that would be, I don't know if you were referring to New York Open's IB, but that was New York Open. So, no strategy has a 100% win rate. I've been saying that forever. Okay. You will come across losses. You will come across wins, right? We have to be objective to both of those results. And we have to keep documenting, learning, and working no matter what. So today would have been a loss there, right? On New York Open IB. Very good question, though. Very, very good question. Ash, can you take a look at gold? Yeah, let's take a look at gold as well. All right, so gold. This is some choppy action, but I think it's the classic saying once again. Trend is your friend until the end of the trend, right? So, for all the people that were saying this is going to be, a top of market, don't know about that. I don't know about that. If the trend wants to change, then maybe I'll consider it. But this is clear, right? Like we're just making higher lows time and time again. So, if we were to go back up here, I truthfully wouldn't be too surprised because the trend is intact here. It's been intact for some time. And until that changes, then I'm not really trying to go against the trend, is what I have to say about that. All right, so that's how I feel about gold, which means it would be the same thing for silver. So I'd be looking for higher prices there. I would be looking for higher prices there. All right. So that is my 2 cents on gold. Let's see what else you guys have. Ash, how is your 10K steps going? It's going amazing. Yesterday was the hardest day out of the entire year. For some reason, I decided to do a 15-mile bike ride before the 10K steps, and the bike ride did not count for the steps. So I'm hurting today, to say the least. Usually I just do 10K steps. So to do a bike ride before the 10K steps, oh man, my legs are on fire. On fire. But 98% win rate on the year so far. 98% win rate. I missed one day. So I'll take the loss, but we're at March 10th, and I've only missed one day of 10K steps on the year. And, oh, man. Worst part about it is the one day that I did miss, I missed it by 1K steps. So I hit 9K, but not 10K. So it was like I was knocking on the front door, and they just wouldn't let me. So health is going very well. Health is going to remain the top priority along with family. So get your steps in, chat. Unk W. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm staying 21 forever. Right? I'm not even an unk yet because I'm 21. 10K is normal for you. Jeez. What are you a runner or something? 10K is that's a decent amount. That's like between 4 and 5 miles a day, basically. So very good job. IB remains goated. There he is. Good morning, Mr. Zing. How are you doing today? I hope your day is going well. I was just talking about you earlier. You had some payouts on the Wrapped account, didn't you? We took a look at the Wrapped account, and pretty sure that's what those that compounded payout was, wasn't it? So very, very good job. Congratulations on that. IB remains goated. Just not today, though. Just not today at New York Open, because the short did not play out. Please check yesterday's IB on gold. Does gold have the same IB, Mr. Zing? Does gold have the same IB for the time? Check out Glowex. Yeah, what is the deal with Glowex? Clearly, we just need to be trading IB on Glowex. I don't know how many times this is going to happen in a row, but I'm pretty sure this is like the 5th time Glowex worked out properly. So Glowex is 1800 to 1900. So notice the time here, right? Here's the high of 1800. Here's the low. So 1800 to 1900. The high formed first. The low formed second. So we're shorting. We're shorting. 50% of the range. TP at the low of the range. And so this would be your short right here, right? It's already at 50% of the range. So you could be market entering right here at the close. Okay. And this thing dumps right to the target. I mean, that is, man, that it just truthfully does not get any cleaner than that. Minimal drawdown. You get the entry right at the close of the Glowex IB. It truthfully doesn't get any cleaner than that. And I'm going to do 1 or 2 more Glowexes because if I remember correctly, Glowex has been hitting nicely. This one got front ran, it looked like. 1800 to 1900. Yep, just barely front ran. So this would have been another short. You would have had to front run this, right? Because it never retraced to 50% of the range. Right? That's probably like what, 25% of the range? Can we put 25 on here? Yeah, so the 25% of the range got hit, but it never made it to 50% of the range. You would have had to front run that one. But gorgeous, once again, man. Gorgeous. Last one, we'll take a look at 1 or 2 more, just because Glowex is quite beautiful, to say the least. Here we go. 1900. All right, 1800 to 1900. This one probably didn't even give an entry. This one just immediately went higher. Yeah. All right. These are actually 3 amazing examples to understand the differences here. So, for example, when to know not to trade is what I'm getting at, right? If you're trading IB and IB goes to the target before giving you an entry, right? It did not go to 50%, right? It did not do this, right? We closed here at 1900, And instead of going to 50% of the range to give an entry, then to the target, this one immediately goes to the target. This would be an example of no trade, right? When to know not to trade. When to know not to trade. When the target is completed before the entry is given. Right? So now compare that to last night's IB. See the difference here? See the difference here? They gave the short at 50% of the range before going to the target. That's the difference. The first example, the target was completed before giving you an entry. That's no trade. This example, they're giving you an entry for a short at 50% of the range before the target was completed. This is a short. This is a short. So do you see the difference there? Huge difference. Huge difference. That's how we know when not to trade. All right. IB remains goated, except for today at New York AM. So, very good questions. I do have another 8 minutes before the next host show up. So, any last questions, feel free to throw it in chat. Any last questions, feel free to throw it in chat. All right. Was looking at yesterday's Glowex IB. Was a bit tricky as the daily candle was flat on the minis. Flat open. Yeah. That the open doesn't make a difference. It's just whatever the high to the low of the current range is. It doesn't matter if there's a wick or not there. So if you're right, you're referring to this right here, right? The Sunday open. That was a short because the high was set first, the low was set second. That's a short. So it doesn't really matter if there's a wick on it or not. Ash, do you trade London IB as well? I'm from the East Coast, so London session is 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. for me. I'm sleeping during that time. I need my sleep, man. I need my sleep. I don't trade London. I have tried a Glowex IB. That's like dinner time for me. That's, what is that, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? So I haven't tried Asia. I haven't tried London. That's not because of the strategy. It's not because of the results. It's because I'm sleeping during that time. So it's just day-to-day life. Has nothing to do with strategy. Ash, have you taken a trade on oil today? No, I have not. I haven't traded oil in a while. I really just focused on NQ and ES. I'm a firm believer of less is more. Ash, bro, how is your day? My day's going great. Thanks for asking. How is your day going? I'm up $400. Let's go. Congratulations. If you're green on the day, you need to stay green. Okay, go do anything else with your day. Congratulations on getting green. Do not hand that back. It is not acceptable to be over trading. Okay, do not hand back your hard-earned work. Ash, may I ask you something? You just did. You just asked me a question. You gotta start with the question that you actually wanted instead of asking me about asking you something. You know, get right to the point. Do I prefer minis or micros and why? Micros are way better. Okay, there's just so much more utility to position sizing, right? So like random example, okay? If you have one mini, then you cannot partial on taking profits, right? If you have 10 micros, the same amount as 1 mini, you can partial profit take, right? So you can close half the position and then hold the other half of the position to see if it's going to keep going or not, right? So it's just the utility behind micros along with just doing the math, right? So like, for example, if you're trading a 25K account, if you're trading a 50K account, the drawdown that you have, right? The drawdown that you have on a 50K account is much better for micros, right? Much better for micros. So micros would be the answer. My question was, according to you, is there any particular jobs and prop firms that's rising these days? Did you check MyFundedFutures? The CEO of MyFundedFutures has put job listings on his Twitter profile multiple times recently. So I think you need to go check that out. It's happened very recently. I mean, within the past couple days and last week. Go check out those listings. Ash, on Eval, do you prefer aggressive? So we've spoke about this before, and hear me clearly, okay? I'm very aggressive in evals because I've had a trading record of payouts. I've been through the eval, I've been through the sim funded, and I'm in a live account. Even in the live account, I've also had more than 20 plus payouts. So I need to preface it with that because what I'm trying to say here is you should only be aggressive if you have a proven track record. If you know that you have a strategy that works. If you know that you can execute your strategy without sabotaging yourself. That might be okay to become a little more aggressive in eval so that you don't, waste your time in the eval and you focus on getting points. Okay, that's only one option. If you're in the learning stage, this is option number 2. If you're just starting to trade and you're trying to learn how to do this, do not go aggressive, right? You should do the complete opposite of what I just said. Take that time to learn. Take that time to build a strategy. Take that time to become more comfortable with risk, okay? So if you're in the learning stage, take your time in the eval, okay? So just look inward to understand that, right? Just because I'm aggressive in the eval does not mean you should be aggressive in the eval. All right? So just understand your own position. All right? Wow. Time is flying, chat. I just realized that we only have a minute left, but just want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody. Just so thankful for the community. So thankful for MyFundedFutures. So thankful for all the individuals on the back end. So thankful for chat. All of the real OGs, you know who you are. We're coming up on a year here. We're soon enough, the live stream will be live for an entire year. And all of those individuals that have been here since day one, I will remember that. And we are very thankful for you. And we just appreciate all of your time, all of your questions, all of your information. We're going to keep working and learning every single day. If you couldn't realize how consistent we're going to be, how relentless we're going to be in our work, our effort, and our learning, then all I have to say is stick around because we're going to continue down that path. So thank you. I greatly appreciate everybody that's in the community, whether you're on the back end, whether you're a live streamer, whether you're in chat, MyFundedFutures themselves, the entire community. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your participation. It is beyond appreciated. But my time has come to an end. That is where I will have to see you all next time. Do me a favor, throw a bunch of W's in chat for Barbie and Myth. I'm going to go ahead and hand the mic over to them, and I will see you on my next live stream. Have a nice day, chat. I'll see you next time.
And the charts go insane, you know, legend just logged in again. Bull Barbie's got that red hot streak, and methodical man's moves are sleek. Trends don't chase, trends surrender. S&P and NASDAQ, remember her, stops freeze and profits obey when these two trade.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I beat
You
you.
did. You're on top of it.
Currently
Speaking
in
of
this
being at top.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there you are. I see you. We're in the short over here.
I meant we're at the top of the day.
Yeah. But
you did it a little differently. We're two puns there.
we're trying to short the top of the day. Let's see how that works out. See if we
I
can.
will watch that little low on the whatever it was, 17-ish, right? 117.
Yeah, it's where I'm going to go break even. That's also my first scale
Ooh, I
spot,
like that.
which I might take off a little sooner than there.
There we go. Just hitting it right as we join here again today.
Yeah, I mean, hey, when the trades happen, they happen. I can't control it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go break even here, just kind of protect myself. It's a little early. Normally, I would go break even at 117, but we're below the 21 EMA there. Expect this to just expand a little bit.
Let's see what we can get.
I don't really want it to come back at this point. There's the teeniest of little gaps here that I got marked out here to the downside. This is my second entry. I did take the first trade here as well and got one scale spot and then break even on the runner. So there we go. 117 coming into play here. Just right into the action right away, guys. As soon as you come on, right into the action. Let's go.
You better be ready when this segment starts. You never know.
Oh man, this is the tricky spot. Do I just scale? Do I just take this off here and just because, like, I don't know. I don't like picking.
It stopped right where I thought it was going to. It looks like there's an order sitting there.
I'm gonna lock in 10. There we
you
go. 10 on the runner. Because like that spot, you just don't. I mean, we bounced there once already. You got the teeniest of gaps here. If it breaks through this level, if you got high conviction, you can hold it. But if it breaks through this level, we really got a lot of room down. We left relative equal lows all the way down here at the low of day at 892. So that is a potential spot. Kind of got the little M pattern right here too. Look at the M pattern, guys. That's going to be, you know, putting you at the 25,080 area if it plays out. So might have just trailed the stop a little too tight there. I'm not going to be shocked if I did, but that's all right. It's just one of those things, right? So anyways, how did your trading go this morning?
Well, the orb was a disaster. I just let it do its thing and it was not good. But I paid no attention to it, which is why I have it set on an automated thing so I can focus on the rest of my trading. I bought 67.70.
Right.
And then at the same time, I bought some SPY calls. I bought the 678 calls. And so that worked out pretty well. There was not a single red candle on the 5-minute ES chart until my take profit, which was at 68.30. So about 67.70 up to 68.30. That was awesome. That was my favorite trade of the year.
Yeah, you always got to love that when you don't see any, when you're long and there's no red candles. It's like, yes.
Yeah, so one trade. And there we go.
We're up $243 on this account today. So trading it pretty well. Let's see what happens here at this little yellow, just the teeniest of gaps, guys. The funny thing is, you're like, why are you even drawing this out? I'm telling you, I've just seen it so often where the tiniest of little gaps just get a little reaction. I mean, it's just crazy how that works.
We are so volatile. I mean, this is kind of fun. I missed yesterday, though. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, pretty wild. Sunday night was pretty wild action as well, too. We actually took 2 gold losses on Sunday night. I think we were 5 out of 7. But one of the losses was because of my mismanagement. It would have been a win, but I didn't add on the shelf below. I didn't have my order out.
That.
And yeah, so end up eating the loss there, but that's okay. Still very well. Last night, gold 6 for 6.
Nice.
So the percentages are still very, very good. I think we're 57 for 60 officially. So
That's
it's
not
pretty
bad at all.
It's a pretty solid win rate. Pretty solid win rate. The pre-orb today, though, absolutely smashed it. It also smashed it yesterday. We opened up just inside. I'm going to zoom in here for you guys a little bit, just for a moment. But you can see this is the pre-orb. We were right at the VWAP. It's the purple line. Hard to see. Let me turn the VWAP off for just a second. Make it a little bit easier to see. So the purple line there. So you can see we were outside the orb, and then right at 9:29, we pushed right back inside. So I was able to place my order. And look at that Hulk smash boner candle that just came out of the orb there. 82 points, 80 points straight up. We captured $435 across 15 accounts.
Ooh, that's nice.
On that play. Yeah,
That trade's been giving you some grief, so now it was payback time, right?
Well, yeah, yesterday and today. Well, what I was getting into yesterday, I had changed the setup of my trade copier, and I made a mistake. It wasn't the copier. I did not have all the accounts set up, so it didn't copy any. Only the lead account took the trade, and it smashed yesterday as well. So
nice.
Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was a nice, really nice trade there. Good way to start the Tuesday morning off, you know.
Yeah.
You can see what I'm saying here. You see how this hit this little just the teeniest of gaps, and we took a 20-point bounce. Like,
yeah,
it's just, you know, like it's crazy how the market, you know, the smallest of gaps, it just knows it's there.
And it's playing the levels so well. That's what I was looking at yesterday too. Is even though it was being really dramatic, it was playing the levels really well. So if you had your order sitting there, you got to participate.
One thing I want to ask is specifically, did you get everything done at Tom's house?
Oh yeah, it's all done.
Everything taken care of.
I had to do some extra work too, but it's fine.
A lot of people say that when you go to Tom's, you never come back. You know, as people go to Tom's house, they never make it back. But clearly, you're back. So, yeah. What's going on, Adam? How you doing today? Michael's in the house professing his love for Barbie once again. I don't see everybody's comment, but I see Michael's.
He always makes sure we see it.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I don't know. This is a good spot where like looking for shorts here is fine. One thing that we don't have that I talk about is an SMT, right? When you're looking for a true reversal, you want to start it off with an SMT. We just don't have that here. So at least as far as I can see. Do we? I don't think we do. Hold on. Let me
look at chat. Look at chat.
We got the forums in chat. Let's see. Where was this high from?
I had to give Michael some extra because I missed him on Friday and Monday. So we're doing catch up.
No, I gave him a little kissy heart on those days. Don't worry. So yeah, get those forms filled out, guys. And as always, if you guys want to get the best deal on MyFundedFutures, use code YouTube. As always, we still got the 20% off, I think, the rapid plan. Code YouTube. Yeah. That's the 90-10 split with the daily payouts. There you go.
They tell me those rapid plans are pretty good.
Yeah, you can pass in 2 days.
That's what I'm working on too.
Personally, I'm a flex guy, but hey.
I know you like to flex. I like the rapid.
Whatever you fancy.
Let's get her done.
Whatever you fancy. So we did just create kind of a breaker on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if that plays out. If we're able to make a new high or not. I don't know. We'll see. I guess you'd really want to see us kind of hold below about that 150 level here when he'd push back up and see if that plays out. Again, we left relative equal lows down there at the low of day, guys. That could be a decent target. I'm not into like trying to pick highs and lows, but I do like to use reasonable thought process when you get a short setup after taking a lot of buy side, right? You just kind of use those things. ES is kind of breaking back above the 30 level here. Got a little bit of a momentum push right there.
I was kind of looking at it, like we hadn't already traveled 60 points. This looks like a decent long setup. That's my kind of one concern up here, is that we might see some exhaustion and just going to kind of fizzle out. But I was kind of even looking at that 50 level up there as a bull target for this week.
So
68.50.
my thought process here is maybe ES makes a new high and NASDAQ does not. ES did not take out that swing low here that NASDAQ just took out. Now, this is not an SMT at highs or lows, so I don't like to use it. But I wouldn't mind if ES kind of reswept the high up here at 35 level and NASDAQ kind of holds. So it doesn't look like it wants to do that just yet.
Well, I am looking at the 35 level right now. Right now, it's some pretty decent resistance. So that's why I'm kind of looking at the level to either reject or get over. So that's what, if we can get over, it would be kind of squeezy. The other thing I look for is we might be kind of exhausting. So I'm watching the order flow a lot right now. I want to see if we start kind of running out of buyers and the sellers start kind of taking them over a little bit, because then that could potentially set up a short up here also. We're consolidating on both the ES and the NASDAQ, but it's we got to really pay attention to how they consolidate at their highs or lows.
Yeah, we'll see kind of what happens.
The highs or lows of this little box, you know, the Tom Sabo box.
Karen wants to know if I'm removing my hat at 70,000 subs to compete with Tom. Sure, we can do that. It doesn't even have to be 70,000. I mean, we can do that, you know, if we hit another target. Just removing the hat's no big deal. I got hair. I'm not concerned. There's hair up there, trust me. So, but we don't mind it. We don't mind it. Yeah, the price action here, like, we're very bullish, right? Very, very bullish. That's obvious. So trying to find spots for shorts is a little bit, you know, that's why I'm taking quick profits. I'm not going for bigger targets. I'm taking the quicker profits and being happy with it. So ES is kind of approaching the high here. Let's see if NASDAQ holds below. NASDAQ's
just watching
already,
this candle. It's strong.
yeah, it's already above kind of the level that I really wanted it to hold below there. I was saying like 150. So
And looks like we got those orders up there satisfied. So we'll see if they can pop it above here.
you're going to win this round, Izzy Lizzy. Let's go. All right, there's ES making a new high. So what you want to see NASDAQ hold below. Doesn't look like it's going to.
It might. Moment of truth, though, right? So I saw some orders pop up at 68.40 on ES. But I mean, we just keep absorbing all the sell orders on the way up here. So that's what I'm watching for, is like at some point we stop absorbing that. Otherwise, it's going to keep squeezing.
Trading for Keep said, would you stop talking about shorts? I'm still looking for 68.54. Listen, Trading for Keeps. So, I mean, we're doing the best we can here. I mean, if, you know, I hate that you're looking for the 68.54. You might get it. You might get it. We're not saying the shorts are.
I have a magnet on my chart drawn right there, 68.50. Just saying.
All right. Let me switch over to the 1 minute time frame here, because look at this. So now
look at those teeny tiny candles.
Now we have an SMT. So if, you know, just talking about the shorts for Trading for Keeps here, if we get a death candle through here, this is an A setup, guys, not A plus, because we're not delivering from anything that I know of on the higher time frame. Are we delivering from anything here? Let me see.
Well, the way I look at that, you could kind of keep in filling that consolidation if we're not ready to push through the 68.40s that came up on the order flow.
Okay, so we are actually still in a we're still in an hourly gap here.
I think the main objective for the day, we had a massive gap on the spiders, the ETF for the S&P 500, and that was my target for the long, because I did take it with both futures and options, and I took my options off a little early. It was like a focus on the futures, but that was a really good target, and now we might just kind of consolidate for a while before we figure out which way we're going to finish.
All right, so I want to see a death candle through this gap. If we get a death candle through this gap, I'll take the short. We have an SMT. We have a couple of things here. I like this this short better than the one that I took earlier, actually. So
if we do get a short, I'm looking at this right now, trying to figure out what my ES targets are, because I kind of talked about it for the long. I think somebody in chat was right there with me, because I was looking at the 68.50. But on a short, I think we could target Probably 6,800, but maybe start trailing around 6,810 to 6,805.
Now you see that candle right there. This is so the only way that I would take this short now is if this candle closes full and then we go bearish engulfing and close below, kind of create an
Yeah.
order block there. I mean, if this candle can close full, I'll still take it. You know, very heavy here, but we got 9 seconds. It doesn't look like it's going to. Let's see. You don't want to take it like on a wick like that, right? We want it to be a full candle here. And see, I don't love the close of that candle. Zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see a little better. That's not really a bearish look there. So again, what do we got above us here, guys? We got to keep this in mind. Like, we only got 3 touches right now, but you know, this is a trend line above us as well. So if we get one more touch on that, then you know, you're kind of just building liquidity for a run right back through there. So you can kind of think about it, but right now it's not that clean. It's okay. So I prefer an up close candle here followed by a bearish engulfing candle to close back below. I don't like the lack of momentum on these candles, but
Yeah, I'm watching the VIX consolidate too, so that's kind of being boring too. VIX had a little, situation in the morning, basically when the indexes were dropping, and then since then it's followed the same pattern. Like while I was in that trade from 67.70, there was not a single red candle all the way up to the target on the 5-minute chart. And VIX has the opposite, so it went straight down the entire time, and now it's consolidating. So I'm kind of watching that same spot. If it starts getting over 23, that's when the shorts are a little more interesting, because we'll be starting to break structure up there also.
so that death candle right there kind of changed my mind.
Uh-oh.
I just went in and jumped in on it. We're breaking this little trend line to the downside as well.
Nice.
If we get a full close here, a really heavy close, I don't mind adding into it. I can't even tell if we actually closed below there. I don't think we actually did. So this just could be a trappy candle too. 10 seconds left on it. I'm not going to add if it closes like this. I'm not going to add because that's not that bearish looking to me. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stop in here. I'm going to put it up there. So a little less than a 1-to-1 here. Actually might target a little bit lower here. We're going to go down to 86 potentially. And really back below this wick, I don't know, this trade is, now that I'm looking at it, it's technically invalid because this would have been the break-even point. We already hit that.
This is why I have a harder time watching the 1-minute chart at this time. You don't have that problem?
No, I used to always trade on the 1-minute chart, so I don't mind it. I traded, it was like the only chart. I mean, I literally used to not watch anything else. As crazy as that sounds.
I was that way also, but then when I started, first I switched to the 2-minute, and then I switched to the 3-minute, and eventually got on the 5. And it's easier for me to not jump the gun on things when I'm watching the 5-minute.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. So what I'm going to do, this gets back below this wick here. I'm going to move the stop into where the break even should be, which would be the close of this candle at 136. So let's see here. We did hit the 50 EMA there, so it does, kind of make sense to get a little reaction off of it, but I don't know. This candle here was not a great close. It didn't quite close below, but we had that big push down there, so I decided to jump in. But looks like we might just take the L here. That's okay if we do. The risk is defined, so it's all right to take the loss.
I'm kind of looking at this, like if you're going to short, I would rather short kind of towards the top of this bull flag here. Why is my chart so weird today?
Yeah, CL trying to find a little bit of a bottom down here at the low 80s.
Yeah, I see that. It's kind of doing the same thing that indexes are doing in reverse.
It looks like we're going to get up. Probably going to get a quick run back through the highs if this does fail.
Starting to get a little bit of a 5-minute MACD divergence depending on how this candle closes. And I have been looking to take these, especially when they line up with NASDAQ, which doesn't have one yet, but I'm watching.
Going to get back into scalp mode here. It's kind of what I'm going to do here. I think that we run back to the highs now. Now that that failed, especially if this closes back above, we kind of break above that trend line there. We should run right back through that 182 area. This didn't quite close back above yet, but I just put a hard stop in because I don't want the, yeah, I could put it at the high there, but this trade technically would not be invalid until the candle closes outside the box there. So it is invalid on the entry. I should not have taken it because we hit the break even before the candle closed. So it's kind of a little bit of a mistake on my part there, but I think it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. You're not going to win them all.
You got like the flames everywhere. Like, this is fine.
The place is burning down.
Everything is fine.
But we should not have, we might re-enter here, to be honest. Let's see. We might.
I'm still kind of waiting to see if this 5-minute divergence kind of plays out. We got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Because I would want kind of a deeper short where we can start doing like a fib retracement of this push that I was trading earlier. Because that golden pocket's right where the order flow was picking up earlier too. So that's interesting.
Let's watch here and see what happens. What up, Lucky Mon? Lucky Mon was lucky today. He was the lucky winner. The lucky winner over there on my stream. 20% offer on 1 day to pass pro account. Use code YouTube. 1 day to pass an eval. No consistency on the funded. 100K payout cap per user. Let's go. Kind of got liquidity on both sides here. It's a little tricky. I do think that the downside kind of looks a little more
Juicy.
Yeah.
Because that spot, so the 50% retracement is like right where VWAP is right now too.
On the bigger time frame, this does kind of look like a flag. Oh, I forgot. Did I turn? No, I did turn VWAP back on. It is kind of looking like a flag there. We'll just see what happens. What do you guys think, chat? Up or down? What's it doing?
I'm leaning towards this down right now. I'm going to try it.
It only wants to go down when I'm not in it.
Are you not in it?
No.
I'm trying it from 68.30.
We stopped out. We stopped out. I'll get in if we break that trend line again, though. If we get a clean close below it, I will rejoin the shorts.
I think that I want to take the easy trim. So 68.20 was kind of that last level that I was watching before. So I'll take it something off before we get there. That's kind of the bottom of this 5-minute consolidation that we're working on right now.
Kind of been bouncing at 22 also. Maybe keep a look at that level, 21, 22 level last couple of times.
Yeah, so I have my order right now to trim at 22.75.
Yeah,
But that's a good point to really watch that. I do see some level 2 at exactly 22. And we don't want to be a dick for a tick.
Yeah. I'm kind of annoyed at myself there because I stopped out. It's supposed to stop out as a close above it. Literally, it's like 8 more points to be above.
So you broke the rules?
It wasn't a rule break per se because I put the hard stop where I wanted it. But, you know, from a theoretical perspective, I guess I should have had to stop a little higher.
Well, you learned a lesson there. Like noted.
Wait for the candle close. We'll wait for the 1 minute to close here, and then we'll get in.
I front ran this candle close a little bit. I was kind of watching the 5 minute. It's about to close here. So I like that it's staying below the 30. It's really got to get through the 20s here, though. So that's why I want to get, because I would at least kind of fill in this flag. And that's where I can trail. And if I'm wrong about us moving down to this extension right now, I'll not lose any money on the trade at that point because I can trail it break even.
All right, I'm in with you now. 135 short. I'm going to look for 109.50. That would be the complete running of this trend line. So let's see if it can do it. Or does it trap us again? Do we get trapped again, chat? I don't know. The monthly
It's a
hasn't closed. The monthly candle hasn't closed yet. Wait.
We
Wait for the
gotta
monthly.
wait for that. I have
So-
traded with some people like that, though. You gotta not let yourself get blocked by all of that what if, and I can wait for this and then it'll be better, because then you miss out on so many opportunities. You're great at not waiting for all kinds of silliness and listening to your instincts, but
Yeah, that's what we try to do. Sometimes it gets us in trouble, though. Sometimes we get in trouble doing that.
but at least you have the money management and trade management, however you want to put it, to keep your account from getting too crazy, or at least what you're spending, investing, whatever, for your startup funds.
We do the best we can. What are we? Let me go back to the 2-minute chart here. I don't really have to be on the 1 minute anymore. Let's go back to the
You like to be super intense.
Yeah, we got to get on the 2-minute here.
Bella Trade says we're getting that spot that you were looking at earlier, the 85. That's what you were looking at, right?
The low. Yeah.
You
What
could get it.
We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it's kind of yanking us around here. Look at this thing. Look at her. Look at her do it. Not this time, NASDAQ. You're not getting me this time. The stop's going to be at the high for me.
Okay. I didn't say he's great at not waiting for confirmation. I said he's great at not, I mean, the word that we use in my Discord is a little inappropriate, but he's not being a scared little kitty cat about the trades that he sees set up.
Oh, yeah. If we see the setup, we take it. What's a confirmation? I never heard of that.
What's a stop loss? What's a confirmation?
Yeah, I don't like that candle.
I don't like this one either. I'm really watching that 35 level for a stop out. So stay down.
All right, there's my ad.
All right,
You
you
get
short
the-
with me now?
Yeah, I'm short. I'm in 2 micros. Just added one right there. Got a decent rejection off that level at the 150. So I'm gonna take one off at 127.75 and we'll let the other run. If it can.
See, 127 is about the same spot that I'm taking one off.
We got the top of the hour coming up here in about a minute and a half. That could there's words
Spice
about the
things
top
up.
of the hour. Yeah. The top of the hour, what's the word? We can't say it. We cannot say it. Need a
I found
bullish
another
chart.
way to explain mine. So
How's that? Put it in the chat.
no, I said scared little kitty cat.
Scared little kitty cat. Oh, okay. Also known as it's like a clock. That's right. We got to hit the likes, guys.
Like a clock. Indeed.
Here's the thing. If this thing runs back up to this trend line one more time, and then, I mean, like, I feel like this thing's going to pop through if it does, but maybe we'll get a rejection there. Again, 37. Top of the hour.
I want to make a new decision at 68.40 also. That's why I'd rather like reevaluate, because I could possibly get a better feel if I want to go short or I want to be able to go long if we start breaking out.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. We'll see what happens. Does it give us a little momentum to go down, or does it take our cash?
I see that little divergence setup I like on ES. I haven't seen it on NASDAQ. I don't consider it an A+ unless I get it on both, but
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's a pretty good candle at the top of the
I
hour.
like this one. Yeah, let's-
Continue to push down. Come on, you can do it.
a little more.
You can do it. Where are the sales? And come on. We need the bears. We got to kick the bulls and have the bears come in.
The Bears are weak today. Come on, gang.
They've been weak
With
so,
the program.
so far. Come on, Bear Barbie, get in here.
I'm short. Let's go. I already did the longs. I mean, that
need-
was like my favorite trade of the year.
We need Bear Barbies in the chat.
No drawdown. That was amazing. Let's do it the other way now.
All right, we got our 12 points there. See if we can get some expansion.
Yeah, I want to see again that 20 level. So I'm going to take it off at like 22 3/4, maybe a little bit. There's that little body close. You would call it a ledge there, I guess, at 23.5. But I want to get some points. Let's go.
Well, I got my stop in at break even here, although I don't love it. Actually, you know what?
I
Let's
didn't
not
get
do
enough
that.
room yet.
I'm not doing that. It's going to run this trend line. 100%. It's going to run it. I don't know why I'm even trying to move the stop here. It's going to run the trend line. The only thing I
Let's
might
go.
do is I'm going to move my target up a little bit to like 116.
I still think 22-23 is the spot for front running the 20 level.
It's going to run it. We're going to get a nice little death candle here going. How old is Barbie? She just turned 19. If you can
Yeah,
believe that.
that's it.
Just turned 19.
I really think it's going to try to sweep that 23. Let's see.
Not even old enough to drink yet.
Almost.
She can get in the club. She just can't drink.
I put an X on my hand.
Yeah. They don't give her the little band, the wand or whatever it is. Oh, you don't think we're supposed to ask ladies how old they are? You got scolded for it once. Yeah, fair point. Careful with that. Do that at your own risk. Do it at your own risk. I had something different happen to me one time, guys. I was at
Yeah, we in the club.
The club, yeah, I saw that. I was at the Waffle House having lunch, and I thought the waitress was pregnant, and so I asked her how far along she was. She wasn't pregnant.
Danger. Danger.
She was not pregnant. Oops.
Big oops.
Oopsie.
But you lived. You survived to tell us, so that's good.
Yeah. So.
We do have 20% off rapid plans. Don't forget about that one, y'all. Code YouTube.
There comes the death
That was
candle.
way
Come
too loud.
on.
Yeah, let's
Get
get it.
through
My
there.
trails turned up a little loud.
Come on. Do you have the kaching going?
I have auto trail.
I didn't know if you had the cash register on, Ninja. You know,
Yeah, it's the cash register. Let's go, Max. I know. Let's go.
Max is like, oh, short it. Everyone, get in short right now. Pile in. It's going.
Okay, I trimmed 3 of my 5, and now I'm trailed to break even. I want to see this go. I am watching that 20 level. I'm not going to trail past break even yet.
All right, Max, that's enough barks. We all know that you said short. Calm it down.
Yeah, we got it. I booked it. Okay, I booked 3/5 of it. Okay.
Lower your stops, says Max. Bushido. Lower your stops. All right, it ran that entire trend line. Now, here's the kind of line in the sand. If we get a candle through here and we get back inside initial balance,
I'm
think
looking
we
for
get that move down.
68.10. Yeah.
Otherwise, here's the thing, guys. If this pushes back up here and we retest this again, it's going to make a new high, in my opinion. So let's just kind of see what happens. I'm going to take that midnight high off there, or the overnight high now. Let's see. Yes, at that key level there where it's done bounced 3 times, 22.
Yeah. So that's what my extended trade, I wanted to get through there. Otherwise, I'm going to take this off at break even. But I want to leave something for that 50% retracement too. So I've got one at 68.02 and one at 68.11 for these 2 runners. They're protected though. This trade's not going to lose me money at this point because I booked 3 out of 5 at 23 or 22, wherever that was. And then we're going to go down to those next spots.
Yeah, makes
In
sense.
theory, that's not a guarantee yet. We got to call Tom Sabo, see if it's a guarantee.
Yeah.
But that's where I got my fibs, so let's go.
I'd like to see it break through here too.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. It trailed. I'm gonna
I
push it
love
back
that
to it.
sound. I had that going yesterday afternoon when I was trading on Ninja, and I was trading some evals, and I was actually on the phone with Husk, and it was ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. And he was like, "What are you in a trade over there?" I was like, "You can't tell."
I had
Yeah,
the
I'm in a
volume
trade.
up way too loud at first, though. There we go. I'm trailing a little tighter because we're getting through that 20 spot. So I think we're going to get down to that 68.11.
All right, we got an X winner, guys. One Sim Oka Trader. Congratulations. We got form winners: Lavalin, Smooth Operator, Eco 7500, Snowy 33, Ely Aslili,
Comment in
Illy?
chat if you're here.
Illy Aslili, I8H. Are you here? Guys, we don't want to be having a whole bunch of rerolls. We've had insane amount of rerolls over the last few days, Barbie. Like one day, I think we had to reroll like 3 or 4 times. It was crazy. It was insane.
Come on. I want 68.11. Let's go. We're running into some congestion here. Do I
So
need to move this up?
there's the initial balance on NQ, but ES's initial balance is all the way down at 68.06.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, looks like it.
I want to get one more runner books down here if I can. I'm
So-
trailed into profit on these last two anyway. I trailed to 23 where I'd taken the first one off, or first 3 off.
Kind of the line in the sand here. We break back into initial balance, guys. I really think those equal lows down at 24,892 come into play. I realize that's another 200 points down, but this is lunchtime, and a lot of times we get the lunchtime reversal during lunch.
Yep.
Hey, there you go.
That's what I like to look for at this time. It's my favorite trade this time. I think if we get through the 15, we can get the 10, 11, and then hopefully we can keep it moving. So we got the 05, 06 area, and then 6,800 potentially.
All winners present. Isn't that amazing?
Let's go.
Nobody in the bathroom. I love it.
They've got it figured out now.
Yeah, Illy barely made it under the deadline there. Izzy Lizzy.
Sliding in there last minute.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
All right,
Hopefully.
ES, keep pushing.
The thing is, I mean, like I said, we're below all the EMAs here on the 2-minute. We are just at initial balance. We break below that. 25,000 probably on deck.
I like what's going on with the VIX too. It's making that opposite move that we need it to make right now. So see how we get it here. We've even got YM like matched with us today. So
Hey, can we let's toss Barbie's chart up there? If you're in the trade still. You're still in trade? You're still in-
well, I don't have my Ninja pulled up today.
Oh, okay.
I was showing on my chart because I do have where my fibs are and stuff, but I guess that's boring.
You up there. At least we can see what you're looking at.
Yeah, this is what I was looking at earlier where I had the fib. I just put it from that low up to the high. Well, I guess that's not technically the high, but the high of that run. Because I consider this just consolidation. And then I was looking for this golden pocket. That's what I was looking for. I have my order up here at 68.11. I'm short from 68.29.75. I was looking for that 30 area. Got a little bit of slippage. So it's trailing in my ear right now too. I love this. So I'm looking to get down to kind of this first 382 level, and then I would love to get the 50%. That one's my favorite. That one's down at the 6800 level right now.
Yeah,
I
that
do have a
50
swirly thing on my chart today. Sorry.
The 50% is going to be that's going to line up almost with the initial balance right there, the 1 hour
nice.
orb. So
I love it when things line up together like that.
yeah, I want to see you want to see kind of every bearish gap be respected here. If we are truly reversing, you want to see these gaps just hold. So you want to see we got like a 2-minute bearish gap here that we're trading back into. Let's see if this stuff can hold or not. If you get like a big, the Hulk smash boner candle back through this, then that's not going to be a great sign.
Then I'll get stopped out. Yeah. But I like this one. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah, so you just want to keep seeing a reaction there. I got a major level at 68.13 on ES.
Okay.
We almost kind of back tested that.
Yeah. I do see some orders there. So
Gets through that level, its VWAP is probably in play down there, 68.03. That's about the 50%. Man, that is a very bullish candle.
Yeah, that one actually just stopped me out on my trail. But that's okay. I got 10 points on those last two. I like that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with 10 ES points there. I might jump into this early. The 1 minute is going to close in 10 seconds. We kind of got trend line early. Looking for a long here, potentially.
Alrighty.
Looking for a little bit of a long.
We could even just keep kind of filling in this bull flag.
All right, I'm going to jump in long here. The 1 minute closed. The 2 minute did not yet, but I'm going to take the long. We'll take it back up to the 140s. Obviously, we want to see the 2 minute continue to push up here and close. 1 minute already did close, so
the order flow is telling me danger at 145 up there.
yeah, I'm looking at 144 to kind of get out. So technically on this trade, your stop to break even wouldn't even be until 150, 153. This would be your break even stop and your scale point. But me, I'm just taking a few points here. I'm not looking for the entire move.
Is he a robot for you guys too? He might have turned robot a little
Hello, I am a robot. I am a robot. Am I a robot?
It might be my end. Uh-oh. Might be on me.
All right, really good close here on the 2 minute. I'm liking this a lot. I like this a lot here. One thing I just noticed actually, there is the tiniest of gaps right here. This is going to be my stop to break even actually, guys. Right there. There's the tiniest of gaps there. I didn't see that before. My blind eyes did not see it. So
that is the hard part about trading. You can't see everything all at the same time.
Yeah, do we just get wrecked here? I don't know. Looks like we might.
It's going to finish out my trade without me, my short, right?
No.
It's trying to hold below that 68.20 level. It hasn't really yet.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like this candle here. Close below on the 2 minute will be the stop out, or the 1 minute. We haven't either one. I entered on the one, so I'll probably use the one. Didn't close below yet. Came very close. The only thing going against this trade is really like the time of day. And we still do have that S&T at the high, so we do have to keep that into consideration here.
Like, I was looking at my charts. So I'm probably missing some of this conversation, but y'all are doing 500 milligrams of caffeine. Is that what I see?
500 milligrams in a single shot. I have no idea.
That's wild. And
yeah, I'm on the 2 minute Bella. I am watching all other time frames though off screen. So you guys can't see it, but I can see it. So now we're creating
I think the chance for the long is for it to keep filling in this consolidation. They're just kind of battling with the 68.20s right now.
I need to see the 1 minute close back above 120 here. We kind of have a little bit of a confirmation set up. It's got to close back above 120 though to kind of go. Question is this going to be a little wick eater and run the low, or is this going to just continue to push? We'll see. Tough to know. Tough to know. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know ahead of time that Matt will not be here today. The stream will be ending after Barbie and I finish. There you go. We're the grand finale today. The grand finale, if you will.
Ta-da!
You guys are here for the grand finale. Thank you for joining us for the grand finale.
Chat's trying to peer pressure Magnus into taking over. Not today. Get him another day. He didn't have his 500 milligrams of caffeine yet.
He's not awake. He's still sleeping over there. Although at
add it to your long, you want to move it.
26 years old, aren't you always awake? I don't know. I'm not sure. So we're kind of holding up here at the 115, 120 level. I'm tempted to close this trade, to be honest. I want to see a clean close above on the 1 minute. Would give me a little more confidence in this gap that we kind of created here.
Yeah, you gotta get above that wick, the 130, I think. Looking like a kind of ugly spot.
Typically, these trades are, you know, they usually go pretty quick. So I'm not loving the, the problem that we're the slowness.
I hate that when you set out to scalp and then like 40 minutes later, you're like, what am I doing?
I'm still in this trade. What's the deal? So now that we created a swing, guys, this now is my break even. 130 on this particular trade, if we get there. And I may decide to close it if we start death candling here. So
Yeah, that's probably a good plan.
Need to see the 1 minute start to kind of expand here. Close above the 120s. I'll feel better.
Yeah. I still see a little danger at the 130s, but I don't know. I mean, I think they could potentially still try to fill this bull flagged guy out here too, which would get you into the 140s, which I think is what you're looking at, right?
Yeah. All right, there's a close on the 1 minute. That looks better. So let's see if we can start to squeeze now.
Come on, market. You know what to do.
Can we squeeze? And what I could do is I can use this 1 minute gap that we just closed above. If we close back below that, I could use that as my stop out now. So I think that's what I will do. So I will move my stop to here. And that's going to be my new hard stop. I think that's reasonable. And the break even is up there at the 130. So that's where we'll go stop to break even.
I like that.
Got to squeeze through that 50 EMA. I think one more run back into my entry here gets us through there, but we just got to get it going. Otherwise, the stop is in.
Come on, market. Do it.
It's just kind of, it's not wanting to go.
I like the little order flow I saw there. I'm not as used to watching the NASDAQ, but there was a good little buy order.
Rip that thing.
Come on, hold and push.
Good news is, even if we get stopped out where our stop is, we're still going to be above $200 on the day. So here's the squeeze. There's the break even stop. Well, at least I tried to move it to break even.
Let's go.
Locking in 10 points here. Not going to be too crazy with this. Welcome to the show. Let's go. So manage that trade just how I expect to manage it, you know, the correct way. And move the stop. Didn't panic. Kind of panicked down to that first short earlier.
You did panic a little bit.
I wasn't proud. Wasn't proud of how I managed that first short earlier. Should not have stopped out on that. But that's okay. That's okay.
So we didn't get the full reversal. We are continuing to consolidate here, but you know what? I got the short book, you got the long book, so we found opportunities inside of this little mess anyway. So let's go.
What up, Deba? What up, Deba? And I'm going to show you guys right quick what I was looking at. Let me show you guys. So when I was talking about the confirmation setup, you see how we held the 1 minute on the pullback, and then we left a small 1 minute gap here. So this is a little bit of a confirmation setup. We held the 2 minute. We didn't inverse below it. And then we got another 1 minute re-entry here. And so that's why I use that re-entry for my stop, which is at the swing, and the stop to break even right there. So that's what I did. So we had a little 1 minute re-entry inside a 2 minute, and yeah, able to reduce risk by looking at that 1 minute confirmation setup. So
we have a about 10 minutes left for the stream today. We are ending an hour early just today. We'll be back to normal schedule tomorrow, from what I understand. We are going to roll one more winner in chat, or one, I guess that's what we're doing. One more roll, something like that. So pay attention in chat. That's going on. That's the only warning I'm giving you.
One more winner.
There he is.
Yeah, Matt apparently has a doctor's appointment today. From what I understand, he claims that he's 5'11", and so he's going into the doctor to get an official measurement. So we're going to know tomorrow. Is he really 5'11", or is he more like 5'8"? I don't know. We'll know tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow. If you guys want us to let you know the results, you got to hit the like button. You got to hit the like. And if you want to have the best chance of winning on this reroll, you need to hit the like.
Truly gives you the best luck all the time. But
we are only
did we get it done?
262 likes. That's it. That's all we got. Who won? I don't know.
I think we're doing another reroll.
All right, reroll. I didn't even see who won. Let's see. I'm waiting to see the winner. I'm going to call it out. Soul Trade X, are you here?
Better be here.
Smoky Trades is going 5'8" or above. I'm not sure. he won a bonus roll and wasn't here for it. That is kind of crazy, huh?
Ooh, here's a big old aggressive sell candle here. I think I'm done with it. I'm feeling pretty satisfied.
Well, the thing is like we still have the S&T at the high. We are generating liquidity up at the top here to kind of be able to push through it later, but not there yet. I typically draw my trend lines like this. I like to go from the wick to the body. So if you go from the wick to the body there, you can see you've now got 5 or 6 clean touches. I mean, you're going to get a Hulk smash boner candle through this eventually. It's just a matter of when. Eventually. We got to re-roll again. Andy C4685. Repeat. Andy C4685.
That's good, Andy, right?
Sure. I don't mind it.
There he is. Yes, finally.
Andy's here.
It only took 3 minutes. But, yeah.
Right on time, every time. Let's go. Congratulations.
Got our bonus giveaway today.
Yeah, this is what happened the other week, or like the last few days. Like we had to re-roll 3 times. We had 2 or 3 people not here each time.
You know what though? That gets it to the people who are the most dedicated. So
right.
It still works.
They're taking the phone with them to the restroom and all that good stuff. What do you guys say? Do you guys say restroom, or do you say bathroom, or do you say toilet? I mean, what's another word for it?
Crapper.
Lavanderia? I don't know what another word is. What do you guys say? Washroom? Okay, that's another word. Water closet. Holy cow. Potty. Bushido. The Weewole. There we go. The Banyo. Bagno? I don't know what that is. The Throne. I like that one.
Baño. Spanish.
The pee-pee room. The can. The outhouse. Man, I like all these. The scroll room. That's right. The TikTok room. The hot seat. The Sabo room. We can go with that one.
Oh no, you gave him another thing.
The internal dumpernator 9000. Oh, the chamber of relief. We'll take it. Healthy broom. Is that what we call it? Goodness. I just call it the, I don't know, I call it the bathroom. The bathroom, that's what we call it.
Whatever floats your boat.
Or other things. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Anyways.
I can't believe I said that.
What did Trading for Keeps saying here? Oh, we get confused on that. Okay. I'm not sure. Trading for Keeps. The Navy calls the bathroom the scuttlebutt.
How did we do today, chat? Who got the long? We had to be a little bit patient for it this morning, but the market gave us a beautiful long. I guess you could have gotten the short before that too.
Listen, I took the long this morning too. I took the long on the 1 minute. I'll show you. Looks like it was where was it at?
Show me your candles. I want to see your candles.
Where was it at? We took the long down here, but sadly, right here. Sadly, we took it for just this. Just to that wick, to that internal wick. So we got
I
long
just took the
here.
little baby one.
Yeah, we took like 28, 29 points, and you can see that ended up being the kind of low a day. But the reason that I did that was because look what we left here. We left equal lows down here. So I took it with smaller size. Normally I wouldn't even have taken it because we left the equal lows.
Oh, there's some excitement. Did something just happen?
Yeah, it's called breaking the trend line, and we're about to head to the moon now.
Yeah.
This thing is about to go. I am tempted to take this, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take it with
activated.
I'm going to take it with just the smallest of stops. The smallest of stops, we'll say $30. $30 we're going to risk. Actually, we can risk 40. We can go 5 more points, risk $40.
Whoa, slow down.
Yeah, I got the $40 on the risk here. So we're either going to be at $310 in profit or $250. Hey,
Not
those
bad.
are the options. Those are the options. So this should run the end. This should go. This really should go.
I think if they hold that 148, 150, it's going to go. What are you looking for up there? 162?
I'm just looking for 162.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it should theoretically go here.
Just below that high.
ES is back into that 30 range where there is resistance there, but I don't know. We'll see. I'd be shocked if it doesn't go here. It may not, though.
Here's your chance, Nazi. Do your thing.
Blast off. You know, be that type of girl, the good girl, the one you want to take home to mom. Don't be that other kind. We can't say what the other kind is here on the stream, but you guys know. You know what we're talking about.
Oh, look at it. It's trying to go. I think we got to get through that 160. Oh, yeah, your order's right above there.
Yeah, just run that wick up there. That's all we need.
Let's go.
We don't need nothing crazy. I'm not really going to move the stop to break even on this either. I think it should. I mean, we're just looking for 10 points here. If we can't get that, then, you know, it is what it is. So I'm not going to be surprised if it pulls back down into like this area and rebalances this little gap. I could potentially add there and maybe snug my stop up a little bit, but we're not going to do that. So there's the balancing of the gap. Let's see if we can bounce out of there and go now.
Do it.
We got a minute and a half, NASDAQ, before the stream
I was
ends.
about to say, like, TikTok.
Let's get it. Yeah, 68.42, then back to 64 potentially. Yeah, if we can get back above there, I think ES continues to squeeze too. We got all this trend line liquidity built up here. There's no reason this doesn't get ran. No reason. Well, there you go.
Oh, wow. That was not the candle you wanted.
I'm going to smash this monitor. Just kidding. Still up 250. I'll take that every time, though. I mean, like, you know, I think that was fine. It is what it is.
Kind of back down at the bottom of that trend line at 120, but that was aggressive, huh?
I didn't want to give it to me. Just didn't want to. Just got me trapped there and then just did not want to give it to me. That's okay. We risked what we wanted to risk. We're still up 250 on the day. We'll take it.
There you go.
Speak out his plans and the market maker acts. Yeah. It doesn't listen to me.
Typical NASDAQ. What kind of girl were you calling NASDAQ?
She's a dirty girl there. You know, that was a pretty dirty move.
That was dirty.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Hit the like button, subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you are green, shut it down for the day, walk away, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you later, y'all. Have a great rest of your day.